Hello, everyone. My name is
No.
Kristen Trzynski. I have an art. I have an art degree. I created Discord Murder Party.
Unfortunately, Kristen, they can't hear you. They can't hear you. They can't hear you.
That's not stop.
As
You
far
asked
as
for
they're
Can they not hear me
Alex
either?
and
What the
Kristen-
fuck?
They should be able to hear you. The thing is lighting up.
Okay. Well, I'm going to assume they can hear me, Kristen Trzynski.
I hope
Wait.
everyone can hear.
If Alex is Kristen
Oh,
and
hope
I'm
so.
Alex, does that mean I'm also Kristen?
I'm Queen. Does that mean that I don't know what that makes me.
Okay.
Donkey!
I work now. Everyone can hear me. The little things are lighting up. The thing happened that always happened, which is that my fiance dared to switch to a different login on this computer, which means that all of my microphone settings have died. And I don't know why it does this. It does this every time. It's been years. Anyway, so unpacking that, I feel that this chart explains everything. I don't think we're gonna have to do anything else.
Well, that's it for the
yeah.
stream. Good night.
All right, bye everybody. This is a chart I made to explain everything. It explains
Great.
everything.
Yes.
Screenshot this and then
Oh,
overanalyze
get
it in the fan server.
So
Yes, it all makes sense now.
in 2018, when Alex initially told me what was going on, I was like, I'm a little confused, and he was like, here, I'll draw a chart. And foolishly, I went, okay, he's gonna do something that's about to make this all make sense.
What
And
are you
it
talking
did.
about? This makes perfect sense.
It did. I don't know what you're talking about. It does make sense.
It does make sense once you already understand what's going on, but it's not very good for helping someone understand what's going on. So, do you want to explain, or should we try something different?
I can explain the chart.
Okay, okay.
So, this was early 2018. This was before Chaos God had any artistic representation. So, that is Discord. That is Discord giving the thumbs up in the corner representing Chaos God. The lines of 1, 2, 3, 4 are different timelines. 1 is the timeline that I just assume the majority of Discord Murder Party characters are from. 2 is the timeline that Dr. McGillicuddy is from. 3 is the timeline Steven was born in and got yeeted out of, hence the yeet. Yeah. And then number 4 is the French dimension.
The fermentation.
Hence the baguettes.
Hence the
Yes.
baguettes. Alright, so, timeline 2 starts off at event A, where communism happens, and that's bad, and that encourages Dr. McGillicuddy to be like, I hate communism, so I'm gonna build a moon computer, and the moon computer sets off the apocalypse. Yeah. Which in turn... Yeah. Which in turn sends Dr. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You didn't hate communism hard enough.
Unfortunate.
Hey, continue,
so,
continue.
So, the nuke happens. Things blow up. Dr. McGillicuddy is sent to Chaos God, who has fun torturing him, then gets bored, and yeets him off to, Murder God at Event D, which is happening simultaneously to Events B and C, because this chart is very clear.
What are you talking about? This is perfectly clear to me.
It's a very clear timeline. So then, anyway, that the nuke and Dr. McGillicuddy blowing things up sends ripples through the timeline that are seen by motherfucking Merlin in timeline 3, who's like, I don't want that to happen to my cool place. So, who's the equivalent of Dr. McGillicuddy in here? It's this 7-year-old boy. I'm just gonna go to his parents and say, listen, we need to yeet him out of this dimension. And they said okay, because it's motherfucking Merlin. Merlin is the worst.
Merlin's the worst.
Mm-hmm. So, Event B is Steven getting yeeted to the French dimension, where he is found by Mcgillicuddy, and hon, I am an abusive bastard who wants to make you kill a god. Okay.
This is fine.
This is fine. Yeah. So, in the process of Doc being in Event D tortured by Murder God. Eventually we get to the fucking McGillicuddy face, which is the relationship that is typical as of the start of Season 1. Thank you for the angry eyebrows to help explain, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to know he's super evil.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, the problems that MG is having with Doc inspire Chaos God to be like, what if I put 3 more of him in there to both annoy her some more and do my evil plan? So in that case, he takes them from 3 different times along the Dimension 4 timeline. The theater fire is Steven, just straight up Steven, getting yoinked. Sometime later, after the Atlantis incident, you don't want to know what the Atlantis incident is, they yank Kato. And then much later, in like a parallel timeline 4, when Steven lets himself go, he becomes Gick Millicuddy, represented by Ben Stiller from Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
So, the most important question in all this.
Yes.
Did Steven throw up after being yeeted through 2 dimensions?
I think after the second one, he was kind of used to the sensation.
Oh.
So he only threw up after you get yeeted through 1 dimension.
Mm-hmm. Because motherfucking Merlin is not gentle with yeeting.
Yes.
You get sent through the dimension spiral. Hope you brought a bath bag.
So yes, obviously this makes perfect sense.
Obviously, this cleared everything up.
Yes, it and I said I can't wait to eventually show this to the fans whenever this, becomes public, in March 2019, when I'm sure
Yeah, in March 2019. When we're going to debut Chaos God in March 2019.
Yeah. This guy, 2019.
2019.
So soon.
Cool.
Yeah, so that is that diagram. Also, Merlin's just straight up the thing. Yes, I figure the best way to incorporate Merlin into any story is to have him be just straight up a thing.
He's just
And
there.
no one questions
He's
it.
just there.
Mm.
There.
It all makes sense. Listen, don't worry about Merlin. It's fine.
The existence of Merlin is just a given, okay?
Yes.
But what if Merlin becomes relevant to the finale of Discord Murder Party?
You fool! You've spoiled my final character, Merlin.
So, are we allowed to ask questions then?
Yes.
Because the big one I have is, was Kato aware that Steven was an alt version of himself?
Yes.
How did he know?
He is a powerful fucking wizard who can see between dimensions. Next question.
That's so vague.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay, let me spend the next 3 hours dissecting the exact type of magic that Gila Kato uses. You see?
Actually, we would love to hear this.
Well, I mean, we are in the Unpack All That stream.
We are in the Unpack All That stream, so...
Let me just
put it out on the table.
I'll just stand up real quick and get the book.
Thanks for the raid.
Hey.
Thank you for the raid.
Where's my boy?
Thank you for bringing the one little sheepy.
I'm supposed to be drawing Alex's characters, but since we're on
You
the
are.
topic of the Katos, I have to find the most important image I have ever made.
Of course. In the meantime, I found the book. Let's just open this up. Okay.
Alright.
Prologue. Concerning hobbits.
Oh my god.
Wait, what did I miss?
The book is the entirety of The Lord of the Rings.
The book is the entirety of The Lord of the Rings.
See.
Right. Okay. So, I'm gonna start actually doing art now, as opposed to admiring my very important image of all of the cut men. This is my point where I get to say on stream, I designed all these people to be the same character.
Yes.
You can tell because they all have curly hair. Curly hair and roughly the same nose.
What? No.
Listen, Gick Millicuddy is rounder now, but Normal, not cartoon character Doc has the same nose and everything as these two boys. Anyway, that's what's really
Same
important.
nose, always.
Same nose. Anyway, I'm gonna start doing the art I said I would do. Let's do this one.
Do it.
Cool.
So.
I am just looking at questions from the chat. Which timeline is our timeline? Timeline A, assuming your timeline is the same as main DMP timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's pointedly not. Grace Garden isn't a thing.
What?
Timeline A is a.
Timeline
Oh, yeah,
A
I-
is the DMP timeline.
Timeline A is the DMP timeline. I used your in the context of which one is regular-ass DMP.
If it's our timeline, it's just A.1.
Yeah.
Because we're cool.
Yeah. Obviously, our timeline is Earth 616.
Yes.
I thought that Marvel had like an official designation for the real world.
I'm pretty sure they do, and I just completely fucking forgot.
Like Earth 1218, that's what it is.
We're in 1218. Never mind me then.
That's fine.
Did Geek Millicuddy need any convincing to help with CG's plan? Did Guy either? CG straight up lied about what his plan was to Guy Licato. CG was just like, hey, this thing makes gods, have fun, and then went out of there, and Guy Licato was like, on hon hon, I will use this to my advantage.
And
Wow.
then he was a fool.
And then he was a fool. Geek Millicuddy is an agent of chaos. Geek Millicuddy does whatever the fuck he wants. He does not care.
Geek Millicuddy sitting back watching this all happen while like digging into like a bag of like Lay's or something.
Oh, another question. Did Geek Millicuddy ever actually have a child?
Yes.
How many? Just the one?
Just the one.
He was called Bob.
He was a disappointment.
Well, Robert Geek Millicuddy is confirmed to be a disappointment. Obviously, the most important thing about about unpacking all of this.
Obviously, yes.
Who procreated with him? Some redhead, obviously.
I mean, we're seeing the pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably some redhead.
Probably some redhead. I mean, the Cut Clan has a type, clearly.
Yes. They
Yeah.
clearly have a type.
This means that the Christine shippers are gonna start coming.
Oh, God. Christine and Doc had, like, zero chemistry.
Oh,
Exactly.
God.
And I don't think Christine and
Like
any of the other cuts did have
anti-chemistry. I don't think Christine would have been interested regardless. She is quite happily married, and from what I understand, I don't think she was an open marriage kind of lady.
Also, I think she was recently widowed, so you know.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, she's back on the market, so...
Oh,
Not that
nice.
quickly though. Like, give her some time to grieve and also get revenge for, you know, her entire family being slaughtered in front of her.
Yes.
Can Geek Millicuddy do magic if he's a mirror of Guy?
I actually did put some thought into this one. Guy obviously can do magic. Steven has the capability of doing magic since he's from the Merlin dimension. He just was never really taught how. And Guy is like, I'm not gonna teach you shit, so Geek Millicuddy cannot do magic. Even if he could, he's mostly robot now, and that usually tends to be anti-magic in most settings, so...
Yep.
But if he was training him to be an assassin, wouldn't it make sense to teach him magic?
No.
Why?
We'd go too powerful, probably.
Yeah.
It's a lot easy. Listen, if you have magic and your trained assassin does not, it's a lot harder for your trained assassin to rebel against you.
Of course.
exactly.
Mhm. Like, I don't need you, I have magic.
That could have solved all of Stephen Cutter's problems.
I am not dealing with the terrible teens.
Alright. Incredible.
But did Stephen Cutter have a terrible teens phase? An important question that we should.
The terrible teens phase is him getting into acting.
Yeah, I was gonna say!
Yeah, he's
Not
20
my
years.
dad.
Oh, remember? The terrible teach was him getting into acting.
Right. He became a
Bless.
theater kid.
He became a theater kid. Cursed
Why
thought, scene kid Steven.
Scene kid Steven? No. You're not my dad.
You are not my dad.
Why is Geek Millicuddy named that if he's just a split timeline version of the same Stephen Cutter in the Void?
That would be Geek Millicuddy, just deciding, man, fuck this. No one's going to figure it out anyway. I'm gonna use the most obvious and stupid alias possible and dare people to call me out on it. And one did.
And
That's
it just so
true.
happened to be the same as Dr. McGillicuddy, except switch.
To be honest, cast-wise, and how I played Grace, I was fully convinced he was just a joke. I genuinely did not realize he had plot relevance until season 4.
Surprise!
You fools! Geek Millicuddy is plot relevant. Like, I'd say of the 4, he probably has, like, you know, the least to do, but that's also kind of by design.
Mm-hmm.
He's the red herring.
Yep. So he's not originally from the Saint Machina timeline, right?
He is not.
But he just got like really into Saint Machina when he got into the Void.
Yeah, the Cut Clan minus Doc just collaborated on notes, and Geek Millicuddy heard about the Machina timeline and was like, "Tell me more right now."
I wanna be a robot.
My metaverse shake brings all the Geek Millicuddys to the yard.
He was super into it because Geek Millicuddy at that point was super trained in everything. Dude used to be the perfect assassin like Steven, used to have so many fields of study. It's just that he was morbidly obese and had all sorts of health problems, none of which would be an issue in the Saint Machina-verse.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So, since they were chilling in the Void planning and stuff, did they have their own little base, or were they just, like, in white?
They probably cast a version of Liamon's tiny hut from D&D. You cannot stop me, I am in a tiny hut.
What's this little hut doing here? Weird, I don't remember imagining that.
It's under the it's underneath the gazebo.
Where she'll never look because it'll make her think about emotions.
Oh.
The most important character arc is the gazebo.
Yeah, the gazebo is really the most important arc, and everyone's sleeping on that.
That's true.
Actually, let's do... Screw all this, we're doing an Unpack the Gazebo story arc stream.
The gazebo's gradual rise to sapience.
Actually, one of the fans did ask last stream, is the gazebo based off of the Munchkin, monster?
It's not from Munchkin, but yes. It predates Munchkin by, like, 10 to 20 years. Drag Gazebo's been around since, like, the 70s.
Just, you know, a classic tale.
Yes, you do, yeah.
What was the gazebo in each timeline, and why was it the Louvre in the French dimension?
We must go to the Louvre to talk about our feelings, but it is so expensive. I have a manual pass.
I mean, that's therapy in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The gazebo was the round table in the Merlin dimension.
That's great.
Yes. Correct.
Perfect.
And, like, okay, I had some cognitive dissonance for a little bit, because I swore that there was a gazebo in Terminator 2, but I think I'm just thinking of the playground that gets nuked in Terminator 2.
Of course.
It doesn't really get nuked, it just is dream nuked, but you know.
You know. God.
God can't help you now.
No, he really can't.
Yeah. I think, like, most of the most of what we've learned from the Doc and Steven stories is God can't help you now.
I think that's what you've learned from all of DMP. God can't help you with shit. The gods are incredibly petty bitches.
God is actively working against you.
The gods are petty bitches, and that's all that really matters.
Which isn't too far-fetched given just, general mythology.
Most gods are dicks.
Most gods are just straight up dicks.
Suji's not wrong.
I mean, if you
Zeus
met
has
Zeus,
one, and he sure.
Zeus is in fact a bitch.
Zeus has one, and he sure puts that thing to use. Ugh.
E.
Good.
Ooh, what is your favorite form of Steven, both as the story and playing them?
Steven.
Steven is also my favorite.
I also like playing Gick Millicuddy, but he shows up so rarely and is a loudspeaker now, so the title goes to Steven by default.
Steven.
See,
Yeah.
I was always very unsure of Steven until I cut his arm off, and then that was peak.
Ah, I see.
I cut his arm off, and that's when I knew.
Well, the thing is, like,
It was when I cut off Stephen Cutter's arm, and I knew.
Then I knew.
no, that's true, because prior to it, he was all just like sunshine and hello everyone, I'm gonna be your best friend, and then here he was just like, I fucking hate all of you, let's be edgy in the rain!
I mean, that was only his second appearance.
I swear it was his third.
It might have been his third? Did he show
It might
up
have been his
in the-
fourth, actually.
I don't remember.
It was either second
No, it
or
was-
third, because, like, he
It
might
was
have
his
been...
fourth.
Really?
Yeah, it was fourth.
Yeah, it was
Showed
his
up that
fourth.
much?
Yeah, it was,
yeah.
It was the circus, it was the Christine's Awakening proper,
Yeah. Mhm.
and then I think it was the farm one, and then it was that.
Oh wait, he was also in the game show.
Yeah, it was like circus, game show,
No game show.
Cold War Suburbia, Hunger Games.
Yeah, okay, so he was in fact in a lot.
hmm
I remember Cold War Suburbia. Oh,
What?
the irony of Dr. McGillicuddy not being there.
What a show we... Please, Doc wasn't there partially... Occasionally we'd have scenarios and it would be like, if we do that, Doc's gonna lose it. And then I was like, but consider, I need someone as a red herring for the cultist.
Okay, then you need Steven.
Great!
I did Cold War Suburbia in a hotel room, and that was the best performance I've ever done in my life.
Communism really was a red herring.
hmm
I mean, I did a zoo in a hotel room, so,
Hotels solve everything.
Yeah.
Does Steven have any lasting emotional opinions about The Awakened right now?
Grace Garden's better than I thought she was.
Wow.
What a Christmas miracle.
My heart feels like it may burst from the sheer emotion that is occurring right now. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps she doesn't want me to fail and to get fired from my job at the museum.
No, I know she does. She said that herself.
She said that herself. Why would she?
The
do
worst
that?
part is she was technically acting there. It just did not come across.
Stephen Cutter is clearly a Black Stars cultist. Ah, yes. I mean, you know, in the fan server's defense, that was a red herring that was pointedly set up.
Yeah.
Like, if
That
you
was an
thought...
on-purpose red herring.
Yeah, like, if you thought that, it's because we were trying to make you think that. So, like...
So, I mean...
I believe that was one of the first pitches for Steven, was he could show up and be like, whoa, it seems like he's on the murder god's side, because his whole thing was supposed to be, you know, he's the perfect player, so murder god would really like him. And then I was like, well, consider, what if we use him for one of the Grace Killer red herrings? Haha!
Aha.
God, that was so long ago.
A long, long time ago. The funny thing about that is when that whole art showed up of like Doc being hinted at being the Grace Killer and all the silhouettes in the background, it took me over like a fucking year to realize that those were the other cut men and not the rest of the Awakened.
Oh.
I got thrown off because of like I think it was Mcgillicuddy's hair made me think, oh, that's Darby's character, because Darby's character's got fluffy hair. I was like, it took me a year to figure it out.
I mean, I will say in your defense, like, for that half of DMP, I was trying to juggle doing stuff for DMP and also illustrating a book. And illustrating a book takes up a lot of your time, and also, I'm not a very fast artist. I feel I've been very clear about that, but in case it wasn't clear, I'm not a fast artist. Where's my Millie? There she is.
Yeah, we got Juno for shit like that.
Yep, I'm trying to get better about it.
Question,
Fast
how
when
come
my
this-
ADHD doesn't cripple me.
Yeah. How come in the Square Hammer video, Steven had a Black Stars meaning listed in his to-do list? That wasn't his to-do list. That was Junior's.
That was Junior's. It wasn't his. Like, we had random ARGs on different videos that had nothing to do with the video in question. Like, Val's was on something completely random.
Yeah, the ciphers are not necessarily aligned to particular videos. They're just peppered throughout them.
Yes.
I thought for the longest time Haley's one was Valencia's. And I was just like, who the fuck is Catherine?
Who the fuck is Catherine?
As it turns out, she's the super gay one.
There were oh hun. There are fans who don't know about the ARGs.
Well, again, they're not really ARG. It's just one ARG, and they're
just
ciphers.
The ergs.
The ergs.
Arg.
But yeah, we kind of fell out of doing the ciphers. Like, we had a bunch of them. It's just that, like, we ran out of video editors, and we had to make stuff for the actual show. There's a lot of extra DMP content that just kind of didn't happen because we didn't fucking have... I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's kind of a big show.
No!
There's a lot going on in it.
Really?
Yeah, shocking. Eyebrows. But yeah, so...
There's some good ARGs out there.
What does ARG mean? I actually have no idea. This is a
Reality
question.
game.
It's more just like
reality game?
it's more just like an experience, and if you want to dive deep into it, you can find out more about the story, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like if any of you guys know about Marble Hornets or like the Slender Man and all that, it's that essentially. So it's like you have videos, but then they normally have like a Twitter account open where you can like delve into that, and everything's connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how our Twitters are totally tied to the plot. They aren't.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? Absolutely are.
I forgot about the fish blood joke. I completely forgot.
I didn't.
Oh, what a legendary time.
Blood.
The fans is trying to figure out, what does this mean? And I'm just screaming in the corner, guys, it's a red herring!
Never forget.
Wasn't that specifically targeted at one person, or am I mistaken?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It became targeted at one person because one person got really angry about it. But like, I just put it out there for fun.
No, they did. I was trying to hint at them in DMs about what was going on, and then they figured it out.
I think some of my favorite ARGs are from Valve back when they, released actual games. The one for Portal 2, for Team Fortress 2's Pyro update, etc., etc.
Nice. I think didn't Binding of Isaac have one where like some guys went out and literally dug up a doll to unlock in the game?
Yeah, no, it was related to a location of information near the developer Edmund McMillan.
Yeah.
And that unlocked either the Keeper or someone, I can't remember what. Anyway.
That's such a big brain play.
Did someone say big brain?
I said no such thing.
I think Gravity Falls actually had an ARG too, right?
Gravity Falls had so many ciphers and ARGs, and there was the hunt for the Bill statue that happened like years ago. It's a whole thing. But I feel
many
we are getting
ciphers.
off
It's not
track
even just
from
the main
the very long
yeah,
list of
okay.
Unpack all that. So
Yeah.
I would like to get back to that if that is okay.
Of course.
I'm
What are you
just waiting
talking
for
about?
more,
Bill
yeah.
Cipher, Bill Cipher is very important to the plot of DMP. Yeah, go on.
I didn't make Tad Strange, you did.
So right now we are on best mechanic Millie Mcgillicuddy. Am I correct?
Yep. What, does this not scream Vivi to you?
Vivi got gains.
Vivi got gains.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
We'll get to her.
We'll get to her. We'll get to her. So here's a question that's not about Millie Mcgillicuddy. Is it a coincidence that GC, so I assume Geek Millicuddy, and Loki from Working Week look like each other?
Slow
What?
fucking clap, Phoenix.
What?
Gick
Man, you know,
Millicuddy
Gick-
and Loki.
Geek Millicuddy and Loki just
Oh!
look exactly like each
They
other.
reverse the letters.
Is it a coincidence that Chaos God and Loki from Working Week look like each other?
I
No.
purposely made Loki to look like Chaos God so people would be familiar with drawing at least most of Chaos God.
That made me so angry when I saw it. God. That was a good time. Yeah, Millie Mcgillicuddy, otherwise known as I got fucking tricked hard on this character. Here's me about 3 years ago. I think I was in a call with Cammy, and we were both talking, and we were like, so we don't really know what his wife looks like. So I went to Alex and asked, what does she look like? And he sent me this, you know, one of those really oldie-timey 40s pictures of a woman in a red dress and an apron cooking some food. And I'm like, oh, okay, so classic housewife, that's cute. And then down the line, I'm just having a talk with him, and he lightly brings up, actually, she's a mechanic. And I'm like, well, but she wasn't before.
I changed my mind.
Yeah, you did! And then the actual design happened, and I'm like, what? This is just Ellie from Up.
Is it Ellie
you know-
from Up?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
That's beautiful.
Ellie was like an energetic, like let's
Yeah.
get this thing done kind of
Yeah.
person.
I guess.
I mean, personality-wise, she's pretty close to Ellie from
See,
Up.
to me, she doesn't look like Ellie from Up at all. Like, personality-wise, yeah, but not, like, visually.
Well, like, her kid self had goggles. You know, like the little hat and everything, so...
Yeah, like
No, she
personality-wise.
fucking didn't!
She...
Listen, I've never actually watched the entirety of the film.
You've never watched the entirety of Up? What?
Yeah, young Ellie did not have goggles.
I
That was
Carl
Carl.
had goggles.
I swear she had like a pilot hat or something. I can't remember.
Did you
No,
just
that's
get
Carl.
Did
Fair
you just
enough.
get Berenstein bared by the movie Up?
I don't know.
Berenstain.
Listen.
Hey, it's okay. Like, if you haven't seen all of Up, I get why you'd be like, why you might make the connection. I'm sorry, now I have to go find Ellie from Up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Millie is like jacked. Ellie is pointedly not.
Very much not.
Like,
Yeah,
okay, so...
Ellie's got a
since-
rounder face and is not jacked.
Okay, so since we're here, I guess here's the closest you could get. See, she's got
okay.
reddish hair, and she does have like a bandana in
Aw,
this.
she's wearing dungarees.
And then if you go for okay, you are correct. There is a shot of young Ellie with an aviator's cap and goggles. There you go.
Okay.
I believe they might have been stolen from Carl.
They probably were, because she mostly does look like this. Anyway, now
That's
that we've
adorable.
solved this very important question that's very important to Alex Beckham's canon, I'm gonna get back to this.
Of course.
All right. We're going to get back to Millie Mcgillicuddy, who we determined, canonically, could solve all of DMP basically single-handedly.
Yes.
Do we have to get out the list?
We could get out the list, because we also were like, what if what if reflections were pulled as the main participants in the game instead of who we have now? And we determined
Oh my god.
that would have been Disaster for Murder God, thanks to Millie McGillicuddy and Abigail Reed.
Yep. What ended up happening was half the reflections got shoved into the closet.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they couldn't fucking behave themselves.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's because half the reflections are just bad dudes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A bunch of bad dudes just got shoved
yeah,
into the
no,
closet.
we have some like genuinely wholesome ones, and then we have some that are just kind of assholes.
Yeah. But there's like a core squad of people who are shoving the people into the closet.
Yep. Confirmed. And then Dev is the sassy gay friend.
That was the sassy gay friend. Yeah. They don't shove Dev in the closet, they don't shove Simon Blue in the closet, and they don't shove Matthew Forks in the closet.
Yes.
Yeah. And Vivi's there for moral support for
See,
the-
I'm just like, so here's the thing, like, so Vincent Marshall Reed is already a hell of a force. His wife is as much of a force, because you would have to be to marry Vincent Marshall Reed.
Yep.
And I'm like, so Charlie would already be weak to one Abigail Reed, but if you combine that with the force of Millie McGillicuddy, and then as time goes on, you have like 2 bastards and then Riley Blackwood. It's like the badass women just keep stacking up. And
And then
Charlie,
you get Kate Esselstyn.
yeah, and I'm like, Charlie is weak to many things, but a prominent weakness is in fact badass ladies who can kill her. Like, I think her redemption arc would still happen, it would just happen in record fucking time.
You would go like
God.
Kate just like standing there with like a water polo ball about to huck it at Murder Guy's face, like, no wait, please, I surrender. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why? Oh no.
Why?
You're terrifying.
All of you are terrifying. Yeah, we are, and
Yep.
No, what's your point?
But yes, so this is one Millie McGillicuddy, mechanic.
Yep.
Not a 1950s housewife.
Not a 1950s housewife. She was a wife in the and alive in the 1950s, but she was also a mechanic.
Yes.
yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense. Like, when everybody went off to war, like, all the women were put to work in the factories, like,
Yep.
making all the things.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Helped that she was actually like really good at it and working as a mechanic before the war started. Because
Indeed.
yeah, the backstory I wrote down for Millie McGillicuddy was she came from a large family that went to America in search of opportunity. Her dad was a mechanic, her granddad was a mechanic, and she was a mechanic. Started learning when she was like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta teach them early so that they don't break your shit when they get older.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Some full Audrey from Atlantis.
Yep.
Yep.
Yee. How did she and Doc meet?
She was working in the same area that Doc was during the Manhattan Project.
Nice.
Yeah. So probably, if we're going for a full meet cute scenario, then
And
his
we-
car broke down, and he took it to the shop where Millie was working.
Excellent. Very good.
Aw.
So she's aggressively Irish.
She is very aggressively Irish, yes.
Excellent. Very good.
You will never convince her to drop the accent.
And why
Very
would
good,
you?
Very good.
Why would anyone convince her to drop the accent? It's
Why would
awesome.
anyone want her to drop the X?
Yeah. They would be fools if they tried.
If you tried to tell her to drop the accent, she would drop you in an instant.
Mhm.
Hey.
Neat.
Yeet.
God. Well, it is up to you where you want to go with this. I'm drawing, so it's up to you guys to get questions and unpack this.
I'm just waiting for questions from either the chat or from my fellow crew members in here.
I'm trying.
Oh my god. Young
How
Doc's
quickly
like
can she
mustache.
down a Guinness?
Young Doc's mustache makes him kind of look like Mr. Ordinary Sausage.
Alex, if she's Irish, how quickly can she down a Guinness?
Pretty quickly.
Oh, excellent.
Very good.
Very good, very good.
Guinness is like blood to her.
I mean, sounds about right.
She's a vampire. Very good.
Excellent.
So they met when he took his car in, and they got married like after all that, right?
Yeah, they got married after the war ended. Dated for a couple of years after that, because they got married in 1948.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you said they got married after a few months.
Well, I just remember writing 1948 specifically in the move-in day for them, so I assumed it was shortly after getting married that they moved in.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a little out of fashion at the time to move in together before you're married.
It's America in the 1950s.
Yeah.
America in the 1950s.
Like, listen, Millie is wildly progressive for the times, but it is still America during the 1950s. And you gotta fit a certain brand of Americanness, or else.
Americanness.
Or else, Joseph McCarthy's gonna get you.
Joseph McCarthy's gonna get you.
Yeah. Joseph McCarthy's gonna get you. Yeah, I'd like to imagine in the doc dimension Millie McGillicuddy personally kicked Joseph McCarthy's ass after he got his
So they're just McCarthyism never took off because Millie McGillicuddy fucking destroyed him.
Millie McGillicuddy breaks down the door, beats the crap out of Joseph
He tried to
McCarthy.
accuse Dr. Stephen McGillicudday, who is vocally anti-communist, of communism, and that was fucking it for Joseph.
That was it for him.
Game over, man.
They later found his body. They later found his head smashed in with a pipe wrench. Nobody knew who did it.
Nobody knew.
Nobody ever found out.
Mystery. Weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
How did
Anyway.
that happen?
He was a senator, so no one investigated.
And Hollywood thanked Millie McGillicuddy for years to come. They probably made a movie about her.
Yep. So I'm scrolling back up through the chat for questions. CG has spared non-problematic gods before, right? Problematic and non-problematic are very relative.
Yeah.
With Chaos God.
Chaos God kicked Jesus in the pants.
Can there be multiple versions of the void even since it's outside of reality? No.
No.
It is
There's
also in
only
relation
one
to
void.
a question, does this mean there's just a bad ending where MG never got a redemption arc? Yeah, no, because that would mean Black Stars win and fuse that reality into every other reality, because that's how Black Stars work. Also, that's not a question regarding Chaos God or the Cut Clan.
Yep. Our rules are only Chaos God, Cut Clan, Chaos God, Pantheon stuff today, please.
Stay on brand.
Stay on target.
Just me
Fire.
that thinks there's more than one ending. There is only one ending.
Yep.
I mean,
It's
I
not
am
a friggin'.
I'm the creator. One of the rules of the DMP universe is that in regards to the Black Stars, there is only one outcome. Like, that's their whole thing. So, pointedly, in the case of DMP, there is one DMP outcome, period.
Yep, the void is a multiversal singularity.
Yes.
Remember, guys, you can donate bits today to get the bad ending DLC of Disco Murder Party.
Yeah.
funny because I
Yeah, the
remember
bad
correctly-
ending that's canon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surprise, I opened the door. Now to beat the shit out of all of you.
Well, dang.
All right, everybody, grab your guns. We're about to recreate the second act of Bambi. Oh no!
Oh,
Thank you,
no.
Sleepy.
Thank you for the bit,
Thank you
Sleepy.
for the
Guess we gotta
bits.
make the bad ending canon.
I guess the bad ending's canon.
You got what you wanted.
The bad ending, but the only thing that changes is everybody recreates the music video for "Bad" by Michael Jackson.
Correct me if I'm wrong. During production, wasn't there a discussion of like multiple endings or something like that?
I said
This
there
is
were
like-
I claimed there were multiple endings in the sense that I was like, depending on your choices, the ending could change. That was a lie. I was pretending it was like a tabletop. It has not been a tabletop since conception. There's one ending.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that was a lie. I deceived you.
It was an open lie. It would be different if I were like DMing something, but like as DMP went on, it progressively became less and less of like a tabletop sort of thing. Like the ending has basically always been set in stone since its conception. Like how we got there has changed, but again, we are veering off brand. I only felt like I had to say something because here it is. Ooh. Okay, question. When did you decide that there would be 5 Alex characters, including Chaos God?
Shortly after playing Mr. Mcgillicuddy for the first time.
Excellent.
Incredible.
Yeah. They very quickly developed before season 2, so that they weren't completely ass characters. Because the first drafts of them were kinda crap. Not gonna lie.
I mean, that's just the nature of making things.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Can I talk about playing Millie?
Go ahead.
Yes.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, hi. So she was interesting. I wasn't too confident on the voice at first. She was basically like a deeper voice version of Una. So whereas with Una, I watched a lot of Luna Lovegood to get the accent. With Millie, I had to watch a lot of Jacksepticeye to deepen it a little bit. And make it. But the problem is I couldn't be aggressive all the time because she's quite forceful, so I had to tame it here and there. I think the funny thing was trying to figure out how to play the character, because in the scripted parts I could do it fine. But I think it was like 2 or 3 nights before the actual show, I don't know what we were doing, but we were rolling call, and I just asked Alex, hey, how is this scene gonna start? And the silence and the made me think I should have asked this 2 weeks ago. And then not even a day later, I'm like, wait, this is Millie Mcgillicuddy. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that's what I did.
Wait a second, that's Millie Mcgillicuddy.
Yeah,
Millie
I was very underprepared to play her, but I think that worked for the best.
You did well.
me
I think you
both.
did well.
My friend.
She was kind of the same as Vivi in the sense of like I added to her as soon as I started playing her. Like the part where she put Thorin on her shoulders, I really enjoyed.
Oh, that was nice.
Give the kid a gun.
Arm the child.
Arm child.
Thank you guys. Oh, chat's so cute.
Yeah, that. I'm scrolling back up for some more questions. Does CG ever pick models to make deals with like the others? He doesn't make deals with fucking anybody. He uses them for plans. Even if he did make deals, he'd probably like forget about them within a couple minutes.
Embodiment of chaos, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do any of the Steven timelines recognize CG as an entity? Kato is special in that he does because he sees between dimensions due to woo-woo sorcerer magic. CG is from CG timeline, basically.
Yeah.
He's from Chaos Land. He's a Chaos Man from the Chaos Land.
They got no time there.
Small question, what was Steven Jr. like? Was he close to the video gamer Doc briefly mentioned in earlier seasons, or is he different? I actually had a design for Steven Mcgillicuddy Jr. I made it just in case, because, for one, I have a problem, and I have 1,000,002 character designs. And if we decided, well, he has basically zero plot relevance to DMP, but if he wants to be in like the background of art, we could have him be there. And there was no room for him, so we're like, all right, whatever.
Whatever.
Can we show it? Can we show it?
I don't know if Kristen still has the Stephen
What?
Jr. design.
Shit. Oh god, I
have the one I drew.
I don't have it. If I do, well, let me say this. If I do, I don't know where it is, and I'm not about to spend the stream searching for
Looking
it.
for it, yeah.
Yeah, that's not exactly a terribly visually interesting thing.
I'll try and dig the sketch I sketched that one time ago.
I think it's posted in the server. Let me see if I can find it.
There he is.
there
Look
he
at
is.
that
I
dude.
put him in call.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
All right, what the
I
hell is it?
appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have it on command.
Yeah.
How dare
How
you?
dare you not have the design for a character who never actually showed up in
I
DMP
know, you know,
on
I just,
hand?
I just
in
feel
the
like
DMP
I've really
Unpack?
failed you. There he is. What an
But
edgy
yeah.
boy.
Yeah, there he is. He grew up in the goth phase of the 70s and 80s, so go on there. Stephen McGillicuddy Jr. is just kind of searching for what to do in life, which is a way of saying he's unemployed. I also kind of designed him to look like, oh, maybe he's the equivalent of John Connor in the Terminator universe. Nah, man, this guy don't do shit. This guy's fucking dead.
Maybe he picks up skateboarding. I don't know. Change his name to Tony Hawk.
What?
You look like Tony Hawk.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I get that a lot.
I found it. I found the sketch.
Oh, excellent.
Here's me from like 2018, Stephen whatever Jr. to this one. I was a fool.
This guy.
Damn.
Subdued.
What's up, dude?
Yes, that's him.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's...
Excellent. Yes, he was definitely the top one.
Definitely the dude on top for sure.
Yes.
Listen.
definitely.
Listen, could-
You didn't know.
I'm a legal adult, dude.
It's me just drawing this like little 10-year-old child, and it's not even, I think, 3 years did Alex tell me he's like in his 30s.
Also, insert statement number 5 billion that this is not Juniper, no last name.
Yeah, there are a couple of issues with the theory that that's not Juniper, no last name.
Yeah.
For one thing, timeline doesn't work out. For two, you're assuming that Doc and Millie are bad parents who would give up their only child for reasons. For one, I think you really need to check what the skin color is real
Yes, that is an
Yeah.
issue. Before you go on, Alex, is this good or do you want anything like? I'm not doing color, but
That's good.
cool. Yeet. There she is. There's Doc's wife.
There's the girl.
Wow.
There she is.
Good girl, good girl.
Wow.
I'm pretty hot if I do say so myself.
Yay!
Yeah. Also, while we're streaming, I have one more tragic fact to share about Millie Mcgillicuddy.
Yes.
What is
no.
She's straight.
That makes her even more attractive. What are you saying?
How could you do this to me?
Well, it's been very nice knowing you all. I'm gonna go to shove a potato in an exhaust pipe now. Let's go.
Will not date me.
Oh no, I am being destroyed heterosexually.
Take my heterosexuality and shove it up your behind.
Alright, so next I was requested to draw Vivi because y'all are simps. So
Yeah, technically we're well past the point of unpacking Vivi, but you all are simps.
you're
so...
all simps. So I will draw Vivi anyway.
I remember in one meeting, I can't remember who posed, I think it was Kristen posed the question of who's gonna be the more popular one, Vivi or Millie?
It was Alex.
And she was- And then someone was like, "Oh, it's Millie," and I'm like, "No, it really is."
Listen,
No, it's me.
listen. Millie is my type. So I said Millie because Millie is my type. Give me a break. Heaven forbid I focus on what I love for once in my life.
I think the appeal is that Vivi's quite soft, which is not a thing we have a lot of in DMP.
No, it is not.
I am soft, I am woman, I am French.
I am strong.
And I can, surprisingly, I can do this voice a lot easier than I do Millie's.
You're secretly French, which means you're a traitor to all of England.
Well, Vivi's voice
you
is
must
higher, so it makes it easier to do.
Yeah.
Like, Millie's is a bit more down there, so it's a bit hard to stay consistent with it.
Mhm.
So, it's a lot better to make it more, Why am I doing it Irish? Fuck!
'Cause you were
Yeah,
doing
why don't you go to
Irish.
Una there?
It's a lot better to make it more gentle, you know, because I'm a very gentle well, at least I like to think I'm gentle. Am I gentle? Oui. She's lovely.
She's lovely.
Yeah, I do not recall a reflection that the fan server went crazy over for as much as Vivi.
That is true.
What do you mean
No, she's not-
secretly from the French
She
dimension?
is!
What
She
the
is
fuck
from
do you
the
mean
French
secretly,
dimension.
Phoenix?
She's from the French dimension.
Well, everybody loves Vivi and her strawberry soft serve hair.
Yep.
I just went off the color I was given.
Yep.
I'm not saying her strawberry soft serve hair. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it's red like a strawberry soft and shaped like a soft serve.
Just
I
true.
think-
Is there anything incorrect about this statement?
No.
I think my favorite thing that came out of Vivi with the fan reaction is that she got a closet cosplay not even like a day after her reveal.
24 hours later, Vivi.
My god, I'm real.
Vivi is very real and will never dream of hurting you.
Yes. Correct. Oh, I should-
God.
Eventually.
It was interesting auditioning for her because she was, well, in the document it said that she was French, but if you can't do the accent, that's fine. So I did it in my normal voice at first, and I was told, it's alright, just don't scream as much because you're screaming too much. So I redid it, and then on the final day, before the deadline, I told Mum about what was going on, and I told her that, well, you know, I'm doing it in my normal voice, but they said maybe do it in a French accent. And my mum, who I didn't even know took French, just went in this thickest French accent I've ever heard in my life. Perfect. Taught me how to do it. I went back home and redid the whole fucking thing.
Wow.
And it paid off.
But the thing is, I told her, like, listen, I don't know if this sounds silly, so if you want the other one, it's fine. I got cast and then had to go ask him, hey, so which one did you prefer?
The French one.
The French
The
one.
French one.
He said that and I was like, oh shit. That
Well-
is not good. But it was good.
Oh, man.
Everybody just really likes the Vivi.
Everyone loves the Vivi.
Everyone loves the Vivi.
God. I think my favorite thing that I got to add to her as well is that she's a bit cheeky, like the whole thing at the beginning where she pretends she can only speak French. I was so happy with that. That took me a whole, like, I dedicated 2 days to learning how to say that sentence and pronounce it right.
Amazing.
Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui?
Yes.
Croissant.
Yes.
Croissants.
Oui.
Kitty croissants.
Omelette du
Croissant.
fromage.
Called you out? Do you mean Piper called everyone in the fucking call out? I used to have a trend of coming into fan calls and just speaking as Vivi, just to mess with everyone.
Ah, nice.
Evil.
You know what? Good for you.
How is it evil? I'm just being myself.
Exactly. Go
Secretly
directly to
evil.
it.
I would do no
You
such
are
thing.
the one making Vivi evil.
You!
Well, you might say.
Evil.
Omelette du fromage. Best episode of Dexter's Lab.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
It's like, say it again, Vivi. Omelette du fromage.
Really about to design and joke evil Vivi.
Evil VVB like is British.
Evil Vivi be like, pip pip cheerio, mate.
Oh my god, can you imagine? What you doing, Stephen?
Wow, I hated that.
Oi! Don't shoot me in the chest!
Wow.
Oh!
Never.
I thought you said shag and not shank, and I'm
No,
just like, oh,
Juno, I'm very
whoa.
appropriate.
Incorrect.
Kidding.
Try again.
Just Kegel shows up. Oi, mate, what you chatting?
You got a fucking devil in here, have you?
Chaos God shows up, British Vivi pulls out a shiv.
What's that? You wanna fucking go?
You want a fucking mess? Yes.
Oh, Dr. Foster Snow!
Does anybody have any questions about Vivi? Like,
I remember as well in the document it said she was an opera singer, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to fucking sing.
No.
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 Oh no. I have a sore throat today. Yeah.
I'm afraid I can't. Do you want to sing opera for us, Vivi? No.
No, thank you.
No.
Is Vivi straight?
Vivi is bisexual.
Yes.
Finally, a gift.
Ooh, what did Vivi see in Steven romantically speaking?
Well, when I said bisexual, she's bisexual demisexual. So, Vivi, like 15 minutes of talking to Vivi and she will see you as a best friend and you should always hang out and talk about everything. Steven hung around for long enough that those feelings of friendships turned into feelings of romance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's also a very good listener.
The Virgin Anton, the Chad Steven.
The Virgin Antoine, the Chad Steven.
Do you want to sing opera today, Vivi? Is the moment when Vivi acts like she only knows French.
Not understand?
She bi.
Mm-hmm.
She
By Demi.
I am also by Demi, so really Vivi is just French me with red hair. Because I'm kind of like that as well. I get attached to people very quickly if I click with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You're gonna tell me everything right now.
And then we will be besties.
And we'll be best friends.
Hey, I made you a friendship bracelet.
Oh my god, we're best friends. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my
We're so
God.
best friends.
Wow, we're best friends.
She's holding a flower.
Yes, she is.
Owen Wilson's voice. Wow.
But little did they know I have a pollen allergy.
No.
Oh no!
Denied.
Guess I'll die.
Wow, I can't believe you're allergic to pollen.
Oh my god.
Pollen.
Kristen! Kristen! Update Adobe Creative Cloud! I will not.
No.
I will not.
Remember, it is always morally correct to pirate Adobe.
It's true.
Always.
It is
I don't have to
always
say this,
morally
do
correct.
I?
I've I've got a question then.
Yeah.
Before the burning of the theater, prior to that, did Vivi ever tell Steven that she loved him?
No.
Ah, that's sad.
From Maximum Tragedy, no. That was the first day she said she loved him.
And he was
Also
like,
the last.
Yes.
yeah.
Whoops.
He was like,
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Okay.
God. Knowing that was coming, and then when Vivi died in the game, I was so playing that up, just like, Faust, will we meet in heaven?
Oh no.
What are Vivi's favorite types of plays or roles to play? Anything with singing.
We. Yes,
Oui.
anything with singing. She typically is cast as the ingenue because she's basically a Barbie doll already, so.
Hello, Vivi. Hi, Steven!
Bonjour, Steven! Flops in his arms.
Would you like to go for a ride? Of course, Steven. Jump in. I'm a Barbie girl. So, I'm up for doing a cover whenever, Alex.
You'll have to
Oh
forgive
my
me. I've been
God.
cursed by Weird Al, so the only version of that song I know is his version called Ugly Girl.
I'm a French girl.
I'm a French girl.
In a French dimension.
French.
In a French race, literally a French world.
The French world. France conquered the world.
Come on, Vivi. Let's go, Vivi.
Come on, Vivi. Let's go, Vivi.
Oh, I'm having so much fun.
I don't know the lyrics to Barbie Girl.
I don't either.
Well, Vivi, we are just getting started.
God.
We're gonna put the most serious cipher on this.
If they had the chance, what type of date would Steven and Vivi have?
An existing one?
And yeah. Do you want to go down to the Versailles Gardens? Okay.
Okay.
Wait, Versailles? Oh no!
You say okay a lot, Steven.
Yes.
Yes.
Not that that's a bad thing or anything. I think it's quite sweet.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
Then, yes.
Okay. Oh no, girl, pretty.
In a move that's really
Oh, no.
shocking, I like drawing pretty girls.
What?
I know I've
You,
really kept that
Kristen
under. I know I've really
Trzynski?
kept that under wraps.
Oh my god. How could you?
Really had me going, Kristen.
I know.
Girl.
Girl. Today I was visiting with some family friends, and I've spent so much time around you fuckers that I was like, oh no, I just got dangerously close to outing myself. Granted, all they would have to do is look up my internet self to know that I'm aggressively bisexual, but you know, I'm not saying anything unless they ask me.
Of course.
God, Steven, will you marry me? Okay.
God, see, that breaches the sort of line where it's like, proposal
Yeah.
would be a bit weird in that sense.
Yeah. Proposal and more intimate parts of their relationships are very weird, and they would have to be very careful about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Steven does whatever he's asked, and once we get into the intimate stuff, that's breaching several boundaries.
Yeah. But it's like, if you can figure out a method behind it, then...
Yeah, there's
They can be
ways
careful
around
about
that
it.
sort of thing. Like you'd have to like be careful of how you worded things, but it's definitely something that could be done. Anyway, important discussion to be had about DMP After Dark, a discussion we can't have here on stream.
We will have that when we will have it when IR is over. I will host it on my own channel.
So let's talk about how Steven fucks!
Yeah, let's
Did
have
you
a
know
long,
I-
extended conversation about DMP sex.
Did you know I have a boob?
What?
A single
No!
Yeah, you see
Really?
You see this headshot of me? Like, I'm wearing no clothes here, you see? There's a boob under here.
No, it's just it's a low-cut opera dress.
The opera dress is low cut is the thing.
I know that's a joke.
No jokes allowed!
I'm self-conscious. My art is on screen.
Again,
yeah.
though, just a single boob. There are no others there. We have to make
Yes,
sure-
Phoenix, I have a YouTube channel where I stream sometimes. Admittedly, not a lot. Recently, the last thing I streamed was Deltarune, but I'm open to doing DMP stuff over there. Like, obviously not, like, rewriting the whole thing, that's on
No.
Kristen, but...
I'm not rewriting DMP.
I am!
And we've already established that when DMP ends, we have to start working on the spin-off series DMP Babies.
No.
DMP babies!
You know this!
I have pictured DMP babies before.
God. I'm not gonna say I don't have plans for post-DMP, because I do, but, redoing all of DIMP is not one of those plans.
We have to do it for the 10-year reunion.
No.
Listen, if a studio approaches us and say, we're going to offer you a ridiculous sum of money to adapt DMP, we'd be like, okay, and rewrite DMP.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would, is if I was, like, paid to do it, and I would change a lot, to put it mildly. Like, I'm still, you know, I'm still proud of what we did and everything, but, we're getting off track.
Ask questions about the
getting off
redhead
topic.
on the screen chat.
You can also go over the Alex has a lot of things to unpack,
I've
so,
got a
like...
lot to unpack. We're just talking about reflections so far in this stream, and there's so much more.
Yeah, I'm
to
like, if you're
And
waiting for
we
me to
haven't
draw
even
every
talked
single
about
thing
state
that's in that
podcast.
document, that's not gonna happen. So-
Yeah, we do not have that kind of time.
Right, the
so-
stream's 8 hours now, let's go.
No! Denied!
Yes!
I'm not drawing that.
Yeah, let's talk about other things other than reflections. Like reflections not played by Queen. Come on, guys.
How did I know you'd say that?
Leave me alone.
Please, no,
I
genuinely, please,
want
because somebody in the server asked, did Eli have like a backstory? And I want to know.
He did.
Yeah, that's all I want to know.
I did not share it because it was not relevant to the actual plot of DMP before, but he does have a backstory.
Oh my
I have a microphone shoved under your face.
Please don't do that. I'll sound really bad.
Yeah, that doesn't look comfortable.
Is this too close?
This too close.
Personal space, Queen, come on.
But yeah, Elijah, he is the leader of the paramilitary organization known as the Black Dogs. They were a private military contractor, multinational soldiers, who got sent on exceedingly dangerous missions, basically on the regular for whoever was willing to hire them. Usually countries in need of, like, Black Ops missions, Suicide Squad type stuff, basically.
Mhm.
And speaking of the Suicide Squad, one of the missions was, for all intents and purposes, a suicide mission that killed all the people on it except Elijah to allow American soldiers a foothold into East Asia. Because, you know,
Oh.
politics.
Mm-hmm. Like you do.
Mm-hmm. So, Eli fought his way out of that, got back home. The government was like, shit, you were supposed to be congratulations! Have some decorations for valor and bravery. Listen, we need you to go on another mission. You definitely won't die. Here's some more replacement troops for your friends. Don't talk about your friends, they're gone. And Elijah was like, this sucks. So he broke off from the mission and set the Black Dogs gang basically as their own thing, free from the reputations of countries. Shortly thereafter...
We're not doing another nom.
Yep.
I don't feel good about this. Fuck you guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Shortly after this, Saint Machina attacked, and the Black Dogs became one of the many roving gangs across America, also with some footholds in Western Europe, And one of the more successful ones, because unlike, hey, dude, it's the apocalypse, I'm gonna get a bat and, like, go on a Humvee and live my life like a crazy Mad Max person. These guys had actual military training. And down the line, down the line, Eli was like, you know, from what I know of Dr. McGillicuddy, our interests align. Because I also want to wipe out the evil computer that's on the moon that's ruining everything. And I also hate the Russian and American governments. So why don't we blow them both up to make a better world for the black dogs and everyone we're supposed to protect?
I mean, you know, good idea in theory.
Good idea in theory. He just said some very not... He sent some very not careful guys to go wheel out some nukes from the nuclear silo.
Whoops.
I like to think the nuke goes off, it blows up, everyone dies, and then as soon as things settle, you just hear in the distance, mission failed. We'll get him next time, boys.
Man, am I bad at math.
Are these, Alex, are these bows or chopsticks?
Looking at them right now.
They look like sticks. Or like a ribbon.
That's what I'm asking. Is it a ribbon or is it sticks?
That's what I am trying to decipher from the thing. That's a ribbon.
Okay.
That's just a really big ribbon.
Okie dokie. Just making sure.
Eli's pretty cool. I like how Eli and Millie bounced off each other as well. Eli, get your ass over here!
You guys did great.
Kind of like the strong silent type versus the peppy, just, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like take no prisoners attitude.
Yeah. Like your improv for Eli was fucking incredible. It's like whenever I had any point of just like, oh, do I not want to push here? You just jump in and it was brilliant.
Here's the thing. Admittedly, I was focusing more on the voice than I was the actual character, and because I guess I'm so used to just having these strong silent types that it's kind of just, I don't know. It's funny
But
you
it
actually
worked.
bring up the whole Una comparison for your inspiration for the character, because I keep bringing this up, but the voice I was trying to do for Eli is what I originally wanted to do for Audrey, but could not because I didn't have the range for it at the time. I wanted to have this more gruff, lower range voice, but like I hadn't really developed that at the time. And I just kind of was just practicing for a solid like 2 hours, just seeing how low I could go without injuring my voice, and it was just about kind of how far I could go with that guttural voice, that guttural range. And it just kind of stuck. So
There are not enough Eli Sims. Just
Agreed.
saying.
There are a solid number of Eli Sims, just not enough.
Well, it's just, you know, we and IR tend to like the womps more than the dudes.
The womps.
But
so, question, was
The womps
Eli in the
more than
blast
the
range of the
monsters.
nukes, or did he survive?
Eli was at the edge of the blast radius.
oh god.
Oh.
It's somehow sadder that he survived.
Mhm.
Guess I got no friends.
Boss, you killed it.
Well,
You killed a
this
child.
is my life now.
Amazing, mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss.
That right there is why you're the best.
Did the US government know or were aware of the creation of an AI? Yeah, Dr. McGillicuddy made Saint Machina while employed by the US government. So,
Yes.
I would sure hope they knew. For the sake of my tax dollars, I would sure hope they knew.
For the sake of my tax dollars, which went to the creation of Saint Machina.
I was made for the government.
I have to try to decipher what's going on with these pants.
I'm just wearing pants.
Okay, but like...
What? Would you like me
This?
not to wear the pants?
No, I mean... Huh.
Yes, please.
Not on this particular stream.
None of this is
But the thing tied around her ankle, the bandana thing?
that is... I am making an executive decision that is really stupid. Get rid of it.
Okay, cool. Hooray! Yay!
He's just wearing casual frickin' pants.
Wow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I was so nervous, admittedly, just going back to Eli for a moment, because I felt like I underprepared for the game part of the script, and I was just kind of like, where do I start talking? Is this a good part? And I was just like, by the time the game had ended, I was like, I don't know if I did very well, but I don't know.
That's such a move. The worst part for me is that my cue for coming in was the gunshot noises and they didn't sound on my end.
There were a lot of sound effects in
Technical
Roll20, and I was trying very hard to get through all of them, and then I was trying to clear some of them out, because there was a lot there, and it was really hard for me to, like, reach through all of them, and I think, first of all, I hit the gunshot sound too late, because I was trying to find it in my long list of, you know, things, and then I was like, okay, I'll clear some of these out. Wait, I need the gunshot for shooting Chaos God. Fuck, where's the gunshot?!
Take the shot. Take the shot. Why won't you take the fucking shot? Take the shot!
I'm sorry. I did my best. Sound effects
My
for
voice
DMP
filter
are
broke.
very hard.
That was a very tough technical episode.
Yes! Yes, it was.
At least we got to set the beach on fire.
Yeah. I guess Saint Machina is just a person.
Saint Machina is just a person.
Hey guys, I'm Saint.
Hey guys, it's just me. Again.
A guy.
Alex, I like how we had the exact same thought at the exact same time.
I mean, we are the exact same person, so.
Yes, you are the same person.
What was I thinking?
Saint Machina.
It's just me. It's a guy, a dude. I'm totally cool, guys. Don't you want to join my simulation?
What happened with Eli after the
I guess like
explosion?
you,
Did he
I'm
ever
just like-
cut? I will end you. Did he ever come up with another plan, or did he just become really sad? Did he miss McGillicuddy?
People die and more. He had to find another way to get those nukes.
Oh, buddy. That's fair though.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, as a soldier, that's pretty, like,
Yeah.
regrettably normal.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to fix the news now.
And to be fair, he knew McGillicuddy for a lot shorter of a time than he knew some of his soldier buddies,
Yeah.
It was kind of an acquaintanceship, not so much a
Friendship.
budding friendship.
They're gonna make a buddy cop movie now.
so yeah. They
Believe it
were
or not, love does not always bloom on the battlefield.
yeah. Eli's charismatic. They weren't friends.
Yeah.
Did Saint Machina host any parties in a simulation?
Probably. Like, just a couple of. I have hosted a housewarming get-together. Someone has made peanut brittle. Someone else brought the potato salad.
I know what this reminds me of, the fucking human zoo from Steven Universe.
Oh, see, I thought about the library episodes in Doctor Who.
I hate that episode, it scares me.
I mean, fair, it's terrifying.
Your meatloaf was subpar. It appears my Wi-Fi is dying.
It is now time for the choosing. They're gonna mate in the simulation.
Ah,
That's where DMP After Dark is!
I have provided an excellent selection of items from Playboy.
Okay, there we go. It's a VV. I did it.
All right. My Wi-Fi
You
is
did
dying
it.
again, so I'm gonna change to my hotspot.
Oh no.
Okay, look at her.
Because
I got the scar.
I'm making great jokes here. I'm making some great jokes, and none of them are coming through.
They are coming through.
Tragic.
Oh, well, that must mean the terrible jokes. Okay.
No, I'm just focused! I am focused on drawing, Juno!
I
Alright.
have a scarf and a flower. What could possibly be better in life?
We good with wife?
We
Yeah.
good with wife.
of friends living would be nice.
Alright. And see, marking the simulations, are anyone's simulations connected to each other, or is everyone in their own individual world?
I actually wrote this part down, so I'd like to give a lot of credit to Juno, because Juno came up with a lot of details regarding the operations of Saint Machina, like what kind of weaponry and tools it uses in the real world, and the exact methodology for how it uploads people. Major props to Juno. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For the actual simulation, it basically studied, alright, here's what I think Utopia would be for the vast majority of people. And given the time period in which it was built, that was a 1950s suburbia. So basically...
Welcome to Stafford.
Yeah. So basically, WandaVision or the machine in Fallout 3 where you have to rescue Liam Neeson from the 1950s simulation, that's Saint Machina. It can do custom if it has sufficient data that says you prefer something else as an idea of Utopia, or you just really fucking hate 1950s suburbia.
Everybody who got every victim of McCarthyism be like.
McCarthyism didn't happen in that universe because Millie Mcgillicuddy punched out McCarthy.
All right.
Yeah, Millie Mcgillicuddy murdered Joseph McCarthy, so it's fine.
Right, it's fine. Said nobody ever because Joseph McCarthy's dead.
The least two as well. What
This
was
was
even
a
like
good timeline.
Juno? What was Eden like for the Awakened who saw it? That's a good question.
I would imagine, for Percy, probably something like 1950s suburbia.
Yeah.
He's got a little ranch at the edge of the town.
See, Lotus Eater.
You Lotus Eater.
Yep.
Yeah. For Grace, probably 1950s suburbia.
Library.
Yeah.
If you stuck Haley in 1950s suburbia, she would go crazy. They were super, super homophobic.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is why Haley was probably not in 1950s suburbia.
Yeah.
I'm in hell! I'm in actual hell!
Yeah. I am placing you in the lesbian subdivision. It's a subdivision of lesbians.
God.
No.
No, it's not a god. It's a robot. We've been over this.
Yeah, it's a computer. It's not an actual god. I know of no denomination of Christianity that worships saints as actual gods.
Yeah.
No.
Also, there was a question a bit far up. Let me find it. I was holding on to it, and then it got lost. Here we go. What are the Cut's favorite and least favorite foods?
Ah.
We're asking the tough questions now.
The really tough. This is the stuff that really matters, so I gotta really think about it. For Doc, Millie makes an amazing casserole.
Yay!
Very good.
Least favorite food? White Russian. But that's a drink. I don't care.
It's his least favorite drink.
You can eat it if you try hard enough.
Yep. I'm just going to chomp down on this glass.
Doc, I don't think you can. Oh, he's actually doing it.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Guys, I think you might need some help.
I think he's.
Stop!
Just ignore him. He'll stop.
I'll stop or I bleed out.
Please stop! You're causing me distress. You're setting up my fight or
Alright, no more of that.
No more of that. Gig Millicuddy's favorite food? Twinkies. Least favorite food is the garbage that my trash child calls a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Thank you. I feel the same. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches can die.
I hate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
All right, we get it. You simp for Geek Millicuddy. No, I'm kidding.
I do simp for Geek Millicuddy. Fight me.
So you are Millicuddy's wife.
Yes, it was me all along, hoes.
Is Geek Millicuddy still married or did he get a divorce? Asking the most important question.
The wife is no longer with us.
Tragic.
Oh,
We lost her in the accident.
A moment of silence, please. We lost her in the accident. All right, moment's over.
Moment's over. Kato's favorite food. Escargot.
Of course.
Of course.
Least favorite food.
Of course.
Fish and chips.
Hey!
Listen.
Haley walks up to Gila Cato, shoves a bunch of like busted French fry in front of his
American
face. Does
and
this
not
make
British.
you angry?
It is American and not British. I will allow it.
Darn, I didn't make him angry.
No, you
We'll get
failed.
him next time, Grace.
Mission failed. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
It's American.
Steven's favorite food. Again, not a food, but the wine from the winery he really enjoyed when he was allowed to sample.
Aw.
Did he get to eat the grapes too?
That's reserved for winemaking, God!
Yeah, no.
Well, yes, but like, that doesn't answer the question.
I mean, he
suppose
did once,
eat
then he
grapes
got
and
locked
it
in the
was-
basement and stopped doing that.
Oh no!
I suppose the grape would therefore be a source of trauma.
Well,
I learned not to eat the grapes.
Oh.
I'm gonna eat the grape, Steven.
Okay.
Okay, Steven, I'm gonna place this very nice plate of like fresh grapes for you. You can eat them and do whatever you want with them.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna judge you.
Okay.
And then he eats the grapes.
No one's gonna judge you. Steven does not eat the grapes. You just said he can eat them, not that he has to.
Steven does not. Steven, please eat these grapes.
Okay.
If you don't eat this grape, Steven, in 5 minutes, you'll get another grape.
your keys, Professor.
So what's his least favorite?
I don't really think.
Popcorn.
No, he loves popcorn.
God damn it.
Who hates
Yeah.
popcorn?
Who's the popcorn man?
Who hates popcorn?
My mum.
Heathens, that's who.
Your mom hates popcorn?
My mum doesn't like a lot, but
I'm so
yeah, she doesn't
sorry.
like popcorn.
I don't understand.
I
That's a
thought that was just you.
The Blake
That's a shame.
family is very weird. They like the most obscure things, and then there's me who doesn't like anything.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Like even if he had a least favorite food, I'm trying to think of what that would be. He would still drink it or eat it if asked. Is the thing.
Oh, that's.
It's hard to have likes when you like exist like he does.
True.
Yeah. He probably doesn't like gruel though.
I
He
mean,
likes the good kush.
He does not like tuna.
I mean, who?
Okay.
Ah, okay.
I haven't had tuna in years.
I've had
I
tuna
remember-
on sushi.
I remember I used to like it. Like, I wouldn't choose to have it, but if someone gave it to me, I'd eat it. And I haven't tried it since.
Steven, eat this tuna. Okay.
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 Oh no! Oh no, poor guy. So if you gave him like wine to like balance it out, would that result in like a neutral okay?
I don't know how good wine pairs with tuna. I don't drink, is the thing. So
From what I understand, white wines are usually preferred with fish. I also do not drink, so I'm the wrong person to ask. But that's what I've been
True.
told.
I do. I'm asking from like a like dislike standpoint. Would like
I
cancel
hate I hate white wine. It's awful.
Red wine is sweet, so you know.
I should put red.
Red wine compared to red wine.
Champagne is a white wine, yes?
Kind?
I have no fucking idea.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
We're all just like, yeah, we
Again.
know about alcohol.
You know
Again,
what?
I
I'm
don't
wrong.
drink, but the main thing in the vineyard that is produced there is champagne. Mostly because I cannot associate French and
Okay,
vineyards
yes.
without champagne and the
Champagne
Orson
is a
Welles drunk
sparkling
off his
wine.
ass commercial.
Champagne is specifically a sparkling wine. Okay, so yes, it is a sparkling white wine.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh, I've got a question going way back. Where did Kato's interest in magic and studying it and gaining, immortality essentially come from? What happened there?
The French dimension, back when Cato was born, he was born like way, way earlier than the other Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like in the era of druids and stuff where magic was the norm. So basically it's like, all right, we're gonna teach you the basics. You got your algebra, we got your history, we got your magic. And he's like, okay, I'm really good at it. Shit, man is mortal. This sucks. I'm gonna be not mortal. And then he did it.
He did it.
Wonderful.
He went for his dreams. Good for him.
He's a real go-getter, that
Go
Cato.
getter, that Cato.
Real go-getter, now he's a chair.
Be a shame. I was gonna say, be a shame if I became a chair at some point in my life. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yes, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Bye-bye, don't get turned into a chair. What?
What?
That's the normal thing to say to people. Yeah. But yeah, champagne, I associated it with vineyards because of a commercial done by Orson Welles, who is one of the greater actors of all time, but he was drunk off his ass while recording. Yeah, so he was recording for something called Paul Masson's California Champagne, which nowadays you can't call it that because only things that come from the Champagne region of France can be called champagne. And Paul Masson was definitely not that. It was California wine, and really cheap California wine. I'm getting off track because the delivery of selling this California champagne went something like, the French champagne.
French.
It's always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne inspired by that same rich excellence by Paul Masson. Paul Masson's California champagne is only brewed with the finest of sources. That's Paul Masson. We serve no wine before it's time.
Well, I want some.
So that's how Steven's story is gonna end. He's gonna sell Paul Masson champagne.
He's gonna sell that. He's gonna sell champagne like that. Oh my god, the worst part is he'd probably only do that if he was told to. So, somebody probably told him to do that.
Alright, I did
You did it!
It's
Whatever,
him.
what
it.
cost?
It's the man.
I like his face.
I keep
Thanks.
wanting.
I
keep
ended up
wanting to
making
say
his
Eli
hair
Saltzpyre, even though it's
longer.
Baskerville.
I ended
What
up
was
making
that?
his hair a lot longer than what Anna drew. I don't know. To me, this reads as longer hair, so that is what I went with.
Alright.
Oh, I like it.
What were you saying, Gina?
I keep wanting to say Eli Saltzpyre because, like, the character that Jordan played,
Yeah.
Valid.
instead of
Yeah.
Eli the Baskerville, because they both go by Eli.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, my brain is like, it goes back. Ah, yes, the Eli from Discord Murder Party. You must mean Saltzpyre.
Yes, that guy.
Okay, I made that same mistake too.
Alright.
I hope not in the show.
Yeah.
No,
We are like about 2 hours in, so I think we should take a little break. I need some water, so I am going to take a break.
I need to use the restroom.
Yes! So we'll be back in like 5 minutes. See y'all in 5 minutes. BRB.
All right, later, folks.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
We are back.
Oh, I should edit this because Queen is no longer here.
Yep.
Whoop.
We are down a Quen.
Down to Quinn.
We are down at Quen.
All right, so we've talked a whole lot about a lot of Stevens, but now we're to what's really important: pantheons.
Oh boy, we're talking pantheons.
Oh, hang on, before I do that, let me open this very important can of aha. Okay,
Sexy.
continue.
I developed a whole ass pantheon on a separate project and used it for Discord Murder Party because I am a little cheeky bastard.
I mean, is that not what I did?
Roll safe. Exactly. So before we start talking about gods and which ones matter to the stories of Kato and Chaos God, we're going to talk to you about the Onion of Cosmology.
Here, I will.
Now, when you say the onion, do you mean like the food or the article?
The food.
Okay.
Behold its power. You see, in the cosmology of Chaos God's world, reality is like put together in layers, starting from the inside. So the first 3 layers of the onion, that is the material plane. That's us! Hi, wow, it's me! That's so cool. And then, on layer number 4, those are the transitive planes between the realms of the gods and the realms of the mortals, which are 1 through 3. We get 3 whole ass planes. Wow, so cool. The 5th layer is a shared layer. The gods made them share. The Fae and the elemental planes are on the 5th layer of the onion. Then the 6th layer is the godly planes. That's where the majority of gods, if they don't come from, they at least hang out there. Then the 7th layer of the Onion of Cosmology is the Far Realm. That is a dimension of weird, abstract thought, and it is very spooky. Now, there are layers beyond the Far Realm, but those get into the speculative and theoretical, and that's really spooky.
Oh no.
There's also a 0th layer at the very core of the onion, and that's also very spooky and a whole lot of nothing.
But that's just a theory.
Game theory!
Matt, Pat, make.
Pat, make.
This is cool. I like it.
Yeah. It's really neat. I hope to use it in more settings, because I like this method of putting, like, cosmology together.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to steal this if you want to for D&D.
Please, take this onion if you want to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can we take this onion and make it look like onion bumps?
Not right now, but...
Not right now.
But, for the sake of, so this is the onion. Does anyone have any questions about the onion? Before we move on to discussing a couple of gods, and then I start drawing them.
Yes. Anyone have questions about the onion that is the home of all these gods before we discuss a lot? Because there's a lot and we've got an hour.
We've got an hour.
Is it good caramelized?
Well, ask Zeffy. She probably wants to eat the Onion of Cosmology.
Well, Zeffy, is the Onion of Cosmology good caramelized?
I'll let you know when I have it. Alright. So, basically, there are different layers of the onion because there are different types of god in Chaos God's universe. There are the elementals, which are like a basic raw elements, the building blocks of matter in the fire, water, air, earth sense, and those are Chaos God's kids and the oldest of the gods. There are the Fae, which are gods of magic and emotion, and the vast majority of gods, I have been juggling a whole bunch of names for them. The one I used in the show was, I believe, New Men. And they're the ones that rebelled against Chaos God and locked him up. And then they're the ones that unlocked him and threw him at the jellyfish to have them fight and see what happened. If we get 3 layers, what's different about each one? The 3 layers represent, like, 3 dimensions, like length, width, depth. So, the 4th dimension would represent time, 5th dimension would represent space, etc. as more and more abstract concepts as you get closer and closer to the outside of the onion. So Shrek 4D is Shrek that sends you through time in the Onion of Cosmology.
Very good, very good.
Very good. Now then, since I don't see any more questions about the Onion of Cosmology, I'll go over really quick about the gods that Cato mentioned, because, spoiler alert, they're not very important to Discord Murder Party. So, the Wiping Wind, that is Lalanier, who is the elemental god of air, the second oldest of Chaos God's children. He's also god of nature, of beasts, basically anything about the wilderness. He tends to rebel against anyone and everything. So, like, the other gods are like, yo, Lalanier, you're cool. Do you want to hang out with us now that your dad's in prison? I'm not a part of your system! I'm an adult!
The threw it on the ground sort of guy.
He's a threw it on the ground god. The Mad Maker is Rice-Gren Grimfinger, who is a Newman god of creation, one of the first maids that fought in the god war against Chaos God. After that, he created a whole lot of things that helped shape the world to the Newmen's liking, including the human race. And then the god of lies and deception whispered in his ear, hey, I think you can do better. And he went crazy trying to do better. He became like this awful Frankenstein reanimator, crazy person trying to make and remake reality, and the other gods are like, okay, we're just gonna put you in the corner real quick until you stop. He is also not
God.
Saint Lassina. And then the Winter Queen is Ixasis, who is the Fey goddess of winter and death. She tends to stay, like, alone in her own little corner of the god's domain until it's winter time, in which case she becomes this unstoppable berserker woman with a horde of monsters at her back.
Ooh.
So it is another woman that can absolutely destroy you.
Look, Kristen, it's your
Hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Kristen.
Yes, we know. You don't have to say that. It's fine. I know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you blushing right now?
I mean, I am pretty tired, so mostly I'm just like thinking about all. I'm like, so how many of these will I eventually have to draw?
I picked only a few.
You picked only a few.
I picked only a few of them, and I picked the ones that are relatively important to Chaos God's story, actually, because they, you know, have more overall relevance to Discord Murder Party, technically speaking, even if they don't really show up. This is Fibdon. This is the Allfather. He is not Odin. Chaos God is not Loki. For the love of God.
Guys, Chaos God is not Loki.
Chaos God is not Loki. the Allfather is the king of the New Men gods, also the god of war, which says a lot about the state of the world he lives in.
Yep.
Holds all kinds of other titles, as self-proclaimed kings of the gods do. And he is the one that led the charge in the elemental wars against Chaos God. Also, a massive dick. Just the biggest fucking douche. As kings of the gods tend to be.
I did get that vibe, yes.
Anathema asks, considering Alex has had this pantheon for a while, and in Fallen Empires there's a cutlass of the Winter Queen, is that the same Winter Queen in question? Yes, actually.
Oh ho.
Oh ho.
Oh ho.
Aha. Oh ho.
Don't stop. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, this guy sure is a jerk.
Yeah, he be a massive dick bag. And I can see,
I have all
Photoshop is
the ones.
loading.
I have all the ones that you asked. So, do you want me to move to a different one, or?
I don't see any questions about dick bag, so I guess we can move on down the line.
I figure we go down the line and then I'll start drawing.
Yeah,
so,
that makes the most sense.
Yeah. So next is, I think.
So next on the list is Panthalassa. Yes, this is the goddess of water. She is the oldest of Chaos God's children. She ended up betraying him during the Elemental Wars when he was about to win, to side with Fibdon and gain a place in the Hall of the Gods that were going to be made. It's all a long con, though, because what she really wants is to take over the world. Of course!
Of course!
Of course!
It's pretty obvious.
She's very pretty.
She very pretty. She a large mermaid woman. She's manipulative as all hell.
Alex continues to make characters specifically targeted.
This is targeted advertising towards Kristen specifically.
Straczynski. Wow, she keeps showing up on my Facebook page. God. What a lady.
Exactly.
What a lady.
I think next is...
yeah, this is my amazing Photoshop skills because I can't draw and he is a giant lynx, so... yeah, surprisingly, Gaia Online's avatar creator isn't good at customizing a lynx.
That's weird.
So this is Entrus, the three-eyed lynx, who is the New Men god of prophecy and seers and stuff like that.
Prophecy.
He came after the Elemental Wars, but was one of the people to recommend in the God War against the Black Stars, hey listen, we should probably let Ozilthog out. Because I don't want to fight people, I have the plan in mind. Because he always has the great plan in mind and does not share. He has not shared it with any god whatsoever. Yeah. Also, yes, he is a kitty. He is a big kitty. He is a kitty roughly the size of a person.
Lovely. Excellent. Very good.
Yep. Yep. And then there is Murmur Lysmith, who is the god of deception and hidden things. He is, well, he started off as like a mirror and a mask reflection for the Allfather to talk to, like talking to himself, alright, what would I do to have the best option here? And then the mask started talking back and gained a life of its own. And it used to be just like a reflection of the Allfather, but then it twisted as it told more and more lies into what you see here. He whispered in Grimfinger's ear to turn him into an absolutely crazy god of creation. He lies to a whole bunch of people, he's a keeper of secrets, and is the other god that recommended letting Ozilthog out. It was not for the great plan, though. Murmur just thought it would be funny.
So there's one even more chaotic than...
I like to cause problems on purpose. Yeah.
Valid.
So,
Chaos begets chaos, I guess.
nice. So those are some important gods for the story of Chaos God. The one who fought him. And oh, wait a second, that's Zephy. Surprise! Zephy's part of that pantheon.
Zephy is also in the pantheon.
Zephy is also in the pantheon. She is one of the younger gods in the pantheon.
So, hence she's a friend from work.
She's a friend from work, yes. Yeah, she actually came like after the god war with the Black Stars. It was her ascent to godhood. Because if she was there, she might have been chomping on some jellyfish.
I never met your mom. I heard she was a bitch, though. You have no idea. I heard you. Have you ever tried jellyfish? It's delicious.
It's delicious.
God. Yay!
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta start drawing a man now.
Oh, it's time to draw the man.
Draw the man. I lied. I'm actually going to draw Zephy. I'm not going to draw Zephy. I have drawn Zephy a lot. If I do draw Zephy as a treat at the end, it's because I just wanted to draw Zephy.
Fair enough.
Ah, there's my fiance. I will be right.
All right.
Fiance says no. You no draw anything.
So I don't suppose there are any gods of polar bear's butt standing in the middle of a snowstorm, correct?
What?
Well, we do have the Winter Queen.
But, like, specifically, the butt of a polar bear is standing in a snowstorm.
I can't help but feel like I'm missing something.
Well, that's what the drawing is right now. A polar bear's butt standing in the middle of a snowstorm.
Ah, I see. This makes so much sense now. Thank you.
I suppose this is a subsidiary of the Winter Queen's domain.
That might be like a demigod who hasn't descended into full godhood yet. The god of a polar bear's butt standing in the middle of a snowstorm.
It's a very specific domain to be a god of, but obviously very important.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
A patron of the arts, a god of inspiration.
Yeah.
For it is from nothing which you must create something. That is what art is.
Trying to find
A good pose for Dickbag Warman, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm partially looking for pose, but also like I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to work more in tables style, so I'm like, if I open up tables art, it will help me work like tables.
Alright, well, it is time to see the Stinky Allfather.
Time to draw the Stinky Allfather.
The Allfather.
Stinky Allfather. I'm sorry, Panthalassa, not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
I have a headache. Not right now.
Yeah. So, I have a cursed thought speaking of Zephy and biting jellyfish. So you're a giant all-consuming lady who wants to basically absorb all the universe, yes? Yes. You remind me of my mom!
That would definitely have to be, so it's like, so, just like, it's like, she keeps like, so finally someone's like, so, is anyone gonna bring up the fact that like, we all realize that Zephy's like her mom, right? Like, okay, I'll be the one that says it. She looks like my mom. We were all thinking it. I'm just the one that said it. So it's like, do you just have? I just like women who can kill me. Okay, that's most women. Yeah.
Yeah, that's most women by accident.
By accident.
By accident.
That's most anything. A chair, like if you kicked over a chair, you would probably break your calf and then just like ragdoll on the floor like some kind of Gmod doll.
On the floor.
Kristen stubs her toe and is like, oh.
That's how Charlie dies.
That's how Charlie dies.
Ah,
Charlie eventually.
revealed.
That's the
what
true.
happens
That's
at
the
the end of
true
the
ending of true ending of DMP.
Yeah,
Charlie stubs her toe and he's like,
they beat Chaos God, and you know it seems like everything's fine, and then she trips on her way out of the void.
and she phases out of existence.
Yeah, that's just the second part of DMP. She trips and face plants out of the void, and it just hangs on to that picture for a solid hour.
Yes.
Yep. That's season 5, everybody. You heard it here first, folks.
The GTA wasted bit plays in the foreground.
Yeah. She's doing the dead Yamcha pose. Yeah. So, an episode she dies Sybil Cordova fashion, dying by tripping in a barn.
Simple, I almost died from tripping in a barn, Cordova.
Which does remind me, in one of the settings I use the Pantheon for, Entrus, God of Prophecy, has, his priestesses are known as Sibyls. So IR multiverse confirmed!
IR
Sybil
multiverse.
Cordova. Sybil Cordova serves the Lynx, God of Prophecy.
The real only constant in all of IR-verse is actually Sybil Cordova. You guys just don't realize it. You think it's like Murder God or Zephy, you know, god characters who one would think would be out of existence, but no. It's Sybil Cordova, who is more powerful than every character in IR.
She broke her way into my story, and I don't even watch Call of Cthulhu. She's that powerful.
She's that powerful. Sybil Cordova is a multiverse constant to rival the level of Steven Cutter. I mean, you know, they have the same initials. God.
It's on par with her second cousin, Prime Straczynski, who was very powerful.
Yes.
Don't you know?
Yeah, folks, ask Pantheon questions.
Ask Pantheon questions. I've waited 4 years to reveal Chaos God. I want to talk about the Pantheon.
Talk about the Pantheon.
Yes.
Please. It's
If you
very
don't,
important.
kill ya.
So who are all of Chaos God's kids?
Chaos God's kids, the ones I have settled on. I'm still designing like a couple more gods to just like fill stuff out for if I ever want to make this a full ass setting. Chaos God's kids that were filled out before I decided to expand are Panthalassa, goddess of the water, Lalanier, god of the air, Galtamus, goddess of fire and storms, and then Gialara, goddess of the earth.
I see.
In the expansion, I haven't settled on a name yet, but his secret fifth kid would be gender-neutral god of ether and death. The mysterious fifth
That's
element.
the full name.
Why did the Pantheon name him Ozilthog? Because that is the best name I found in fantasynamegenerators.com.
They were trying to find a name for him, so they used fantasynamegenerators.com.
What could be better for a god of chaos than a name that is randomly generated?
From fantasynamegenerators.com.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know what else you were expecting.
In a hypothetical time where the Chaos Pantheon was more present, what would they have done given their own story to be fleshed out? Been a massive fucking distraction to Discord murder party. Gods don't play nice with other gods. These people would have needed their own story, and I did not want to impose that on what was already kind of packed.
It's already a very packed story. Like, I mean, part of the whole point of the show is that pantheons don't play well together. The fact that Chaos God has inserted himself at all is actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I will say, from the pantheons I've developed, that, like, I know that, like, other pantheons I've worked on, like, a lot of them are like, we've dealt with the Black Stars. They're no longer a problem. We put them under the rug, and they are no longer a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we did
put
it.
our problem behind a rock.
We
so
won.
Therefore, we win. We put them in layer 4.5 of the onion.
Yes, so we did it. We won.
The internet, more powerful than gods. I mean, yeah, that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Basically.
I am working on an internet god, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that just... Never mind. I'm not even gonna touch that.
No. Yeah, so what else have you used, this Pantheon for?
This is also the Pantheon I use in my White Platoon stories. I say White Platoon stories, knowing I will probably never finish writing them or restart writing them.
I want to believe.
I want to believe.
I want to believe.
Yeah. And
I
similar to
believe in the
Discord
White
Murder
Platoon.
Party, they don't play that much role in the White Platoon. Because,
World building!
world
fun.
world building. Fun fact about world building, 97% of it, your audience will never see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless your name is J.R.R. Tolkien, in which case you go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Correct.
Basically.
I also wanted to make a D&D setting using them, but that's more world building.
That's
It's lots of world building.
yeah.
Like, religion is just one thing you do when building your own D&D world.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. Ugh. Yeah, just world building.
World building. And then, of course, there's the ever-present desire to go too crazy. I know people like that who are like, if you don't fill in every detail, your work sucks. I don't understand exactly how this works and every universal constant associated with it. Therefore, your work is shit.
Size.
So I was like, okay, well, I guess Lord of the Rings is shit because I don't know the atomic number of mithril.
I don't know the atomic number of mithril.
Therefore,
Size taps
always-
the sign. You need to suspend your disbelief.
I've always been more of a soft world building kind of person than a hard world builder. Like, you know, come up with some cool concepts and have fun. You did it!
Did it.
Why stress out over it?
Yeah.
That just doesn't make it fun.
Here's what I personally like. Here's a good world building I personally like. Water benders bend water. How? Comes from the moon. Next.
Comes from the moon. Woohoo!
They gotta
Dragons
bend
taught
that moon
firebenders
water.
how to bend fire. Next.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have that tasty, tasty moon water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Airbenders. They learned from flying bison. What are flying bison? They're six-legged bison that can fly. Next question.
They're just...
Next question. Anyways, in short, suspend your disbelief. Dang it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flying bison exist.
Yep, fucking yep.
Yep. Fucking yep.
Yeah.
How do all the people in Pokemon survive with all the superpowered creatures? Maybe they're just superpowered humans. Maybe they just coexist with these creatures. Have you considered suspending your disbelief for like 5 minutes?
Nope.
What do they eat? Pokemon. They
Pokemon.
they talked about this in Diamond and Pearl. Next.
I actually don't remember that, but
In the Canalave Life, well, I'll briefly touch on this because the main thing about this is the Pantheon, but yeah, there's a book in the Canalave Library that says, yeah, they ate Pokemon.
Huh.
But yes, back to the important things.
yeah.
What to ask? What to ask?
Questions, questions. I hunger for them.
Please.
I will make them mine.
So, in the interaction, how does this pantheon interact with other pantheons? Like, ones from like the Greco-Roman canon or the Norse canon?
Crossovers between pantheons are pretty rare, all things considered. Working Week was a difference because I thought that would be cool, and then I explored how exactly that worked. In the instances that they do, none of them can fucking stand the Allfather. He's trying to conquer them all day, and they're like, simmer the fuck down.
Simmer the fuck down.
Yeah.
Alright, folks, let's back the fuck up.
Alright, that's enough out of you, Allfather.
Yeah. Simmer the fuck down is the reaction to, like, most of the Chaos God Pantheon, because they don't play very nice with others.
They go super ham.
I mean, there's a reason why Oz wants to kill all of them.
Well, you're surrounded by...
I don't want to fully say he's justified, because that's a matter of opinion, but some of these people are bad dudes. Some of them aren't, but the majority are bad dudes.
Yeah.
And the ones that aren't bad dudes did not factor into Chaos God's backstory. Like, there is the goddess of spring and love, and everyone loves her, because supernaturally, they kinda gotta, and she's actually really nice. She gotta die, though, because she's a god.
She gotta die. I believe you mentioned to me that there's a few gods he doesn't necessarily, like, hate, though.
Yes. I'm gonna need to pull up the full document of all the gods to refresh my memory.
No worries.
Alright. So that was an outdated document. Fuck me.
Rip.
No.
Whoops.
Rip.
Alright. So Ozilthog and Zephy is the obvious one. They're friends from work. He doesn't mind Exhaustus, the Winter Queen, all that much, because she is also kind of chaotic when she just leads a war band across the world and slaughters to her satisfaction. He does not hate the equivalent of the devil in this pantheon.
Huh. Interesting.
But wait, isn't the devil... Well, never mind.
Chaos God is not the equivalent of the devil. They have a different equivalent of the devil.
No, I was gonna say, isn't the devil, like, a very, like, lawful dude?
Well, this devil, it kind of is lawful, but mostly this devil just hates people. Yeah, the devil in this one is a fae, and the fae are, like, gods of emotion for the most part. Emotion and very strong feeling. So Zephy, her strong feeling is hunger. The devil's strong feeling is anger.
Understandable.
I found the name that I was about to settle on for the goddess of ether and death for the elementals. Coranthe.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love me some names that I think of without going to fantasynamegenerators.com. Cheesy Lizzie asking, if Saint Machina wants to preserve humanity, why couldn't they have compromised and let Saint Machina make a copy of everyone's minds, then just let humanity do what they want now that a copy of human consciousness is preserved? What, and have them wipe each other out?
That would unnecessarily complicate things. There would be two different copies of people's personalities. It is not like save data.
Yeah. Then you'd have, like, two different people. There's an existential question of which one's the real one. Then there's like, well, I'm saved, so I can do infinite crime now! if they were just allowed a copy and then allowed to stay behind with two versions of the same mind existing at once, which I think is a problem they address in Invincible briefly. Invincible's a great show, but I'm getting off track. Basically, if you know that your mind is preserved, then what's stopping you from doing infinite crime, and what's stopping the entire world from wanting to do infinite crime?
Infinite crime is bad.
Infinite
Therefore,
crime is bad.
Or
all must be administered to my simulation.
He also, so back to the gods he does not mind. Murmur he does not mind because Murmur was one of the ones who was freed him for the sake of, oh, this is gonna be fun. Murmur causes problems on purpose, just like Ozilthog, so they're cool.
mm-hmm.
And most of the elementals he's cool with since they're his kids. Like, for the most part, they're kind of like, whatever, Dad.
God, he's cool. So he's cool with Zeffy because they're friends from work.
He's cool with Zeffy because they're friends from work, and also of the opinion that gods should die.
She does eat gods, so
She
that.
does
Put those
eat
gods
gods.
on my plate.
Yeah, so cool with Zeffy, cool with Thurzon, who is the devil, cool with Murmur, cool with Exosis, technically cool with the goddess of love and spring because she supernaturally kind of makes everyone love her, and cool with the elementals.
Nice. That makes sense. Except for Panthalassa, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Panthalassa, that is probably the most strained of the elemental relationships. Are you gonna say sorry for betraying Daddy? No, never when you phrase it like that.
Never when you phrase. Amazing.
I'm trying to figure out how this world works. You know what? I'm too tired. I'll deal with it later. Whatever. You get the idea. You get the point. You understand. You get it. Y'all get it.
Getcha. I'm picking up
We
what
get
you're
it.
putting down.
Get
I
it?
suddenly got very tired, but
Oh no.
it's fine. It happens. It's all good though. Here he is. Here's the boy. Here's the man.
Here's the boy.
I'll probably do some adjustments to this later, but for now this is. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with like.
Scott, I think this is the last boy that we're gonna be singing that song to.
Here comes the boy. This is not even remotely the boy with flowers.
Yeah, this is absolutely not
No.
the boy.
This is not
He's
the boy.
Stinky.
He's-
He's very
And
stinky.
And yet we know that at least somebody in the chat is still gonna simp.
Oh yes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you hear the phrase, you just gotta sing it, you know? You just gotta sing it.
Scott, you can't be telling me that you're simping for this man.
What? No.
I'm kidding.
But when you got a song in your heart, you got a song. Pardon me, you got a song in your heart.
So
You got a song in
she's
your heart for this dude?
got 8 arms.
Yeah. 8 arms.
8
7
arms.
armpitias.
Maybe more.
Imagine.
Imagine.
While you're drawing Manipulative Mermaid, I thought of another like fun fact about the Pantheon. Like one of the stories I put together for it was the version of why people believe the sun and the moon orbit their planet. So in this Pantheon, the story goes, 2 of the warriors that fought in the Elemental Wars were the god of the sun and the god of the moon, basically twin brothers specializing in stabbing people with big old swords. And they were really cool. until one day, no one knows the precise reason why, God of the Moon stabbed Gialara, the goddess of the earth, in the chest, and the God of the Sun was like, "You son of a bitch," and chased him, so they chase each other eternally around the planet now.
Wow, 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 what a no, wow, wow, wow.
The god
Isn't this-
equivalent
yeah.
of yakety sax.
Yeah. God. If I recall, that's also the reason why Orion appears in certain times and not in others.
You get back here, Orion!
That darn, I think it's a snake. It's a snake, right?
The scorpion, I think, stung Orion's heel.
Oh, okay, scorpion. Well, whatever stung him, it's chasing him around.
That's how we get seasons and time. Through yakety sax.
Yakety sax, yes. Well, that's not how time works. It is in my world.
That's why Cernos hates Chaos God in particular. He hates everybody, but Chaos God's world has dumbed time down to yakety sax.
That is one of the things about that whole situation that pisses him off, yes.
I am not a yak.
Oh my god.
Could be.
Now it's stuck in my head.
Why did you do this?
I have become more questions about Saint Machina. What is it he does to people? Does he download their brains and kill them, or do they die while their brains are being downloaded? What exactly is happening to the physical bodies? So basically, the brain gets downloaded and then uploaded onto 50 Suburbia server, or the lesbian subdivision, or whatever works to create a kind of mental paradise for the brain. That's what it's perceiving. The body, without the brain, is basically limp and useless, incapable of carrying out most functions. If Saint Machina has the spare parts and the body is intact enough, it will try to use your body and hook it up to some robot machines to turn you into the robot zombies known as angels.
Oh, Jesus.
Why waste a perfectly good body after all?
Exactly.
The human body is a miraculous machine.
Yeah. Why waste a human body? After all, it has things that Saint Machina can't do by itself, like have hands.
I do not have fingies. However, you do. And soon, your fingies will be mine.
Give Saint Machina the fingies.
Give me your fingies.
Does she have ears?
I'm double checking right now. Okay, that is too far back. What have I done? Oh no.
What have you done? Now we'll never see her ears.
Oh no.
Man, her ears, the most important part.
Yes, the most
she's got ears.
Cool. Are they like human ears or fins?
They're fins.
Yeet.
Well, we saved it from the brink. We can see her ears.
At last, ears.
Gotta stop leaning forward. I'm like, zoom, Kristen, use the zoom function. Stop destroying your body more than you already have.
Zoom function, Kristen, save your back.
Today I saw a physical therapist and they were like, wow, it sounds like you've dealt with years of malpractice. And I went, you're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. Anyway, sorry. Mermaid lady.
Back problems are coming to rob you.
Spinal problems are coming to rob you. First. Spinal problems are coming to rob you, as they say. god. Okay. I'm capable of functioning.
Are you really?
I went to a baby shower today, and then I visited with a friend, and now I'm doing this, and for some reason at like 10:15, my body suddenly went, you know what? I am tired. And I'm like, but I have to draw the gods! And my body's like, but consider, I am tired. And I'm like, but I want to draw the mermaid lady. But I'm tired.
But there's a big scary mermaid.
A big scary mermaid. I don't understand why this means I have to ignore my functions, cries Straczynski, says my body, confused and speaking in a vague machine manner. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm so tired. I could be saying anything and it wouldn't matter. My body is stone. Your spinal problems are coming to rob you.
Just give up your spine.
I will say shortly, chat, I went to a chiropractor in an effort to deal with my problems, and they made me sit through a health seminar, which was all about why I should keep coming to the chiropractor for the rest of my life. And they had this spiel that was like, if you knew your home was going to be robbed in 30 years, wouldn't you do everything you could to stop that from happening? Of course you would. Spinal problems are coming to rob you of your mobility in your old age. And there was like a stock video of like a guy, of like a, you know, a fucking robber climbing through a window.
Oh my god.
It's spectacular. Good chiropractors exist, but I went to one that was terrible. Anyway, that's important. Is there a guy? I'm sorry, I just thought about it. I was like, would there be a god of chiropractic? Asking the important question.
A god of chiropractic.
I can't believe I'm gonna have to make a god of chiropractors. Sorry, go on.
I thought you were asking, is there a god of chiropractors in the Chaos God?
I mean, is there, Alex? I mean, I guess you could have like a snake, the snake oil god.
So that's just Murmur.
That makes sense.
Straight up Murmur Lysmith.
That sounds about right.
So Grimfinger ended up replacing his legs with a snake tail, so I can only assume that happened because Murmur Lysmith, god of deception, whispered in his ear, spinal problems are coming to rob you.
Spinal problems are coming to rob you.
Rob you. Murmur, why did you He's immortal! He's never going to have a decaying spine! What the fuck, man?
What the fuck?
Lol. Lamau. They're coming to rob you, specifically.
Of your old age. Of your spinal. It's just I've heard that spinal problems are coming to rob me in my old age, and I want to be prepared.
Kristen, you gotta be waiting for the spinal problems with a bat.
Yes. You know, that's why this is happening to me. I didn't go early enough. That's why.
Yeah.
I am, after all, very old now.
You can still save yourself. Just drive like a railroad spike through a baseball bat or something, and just wait at the door for spinal problems to come traipsing in, expecting to collect you.
Yes.
Yeah, and get the jump on him. Just like get him in the kneecaps. You're short. You can get him in the kneecaps.
I mean, that's true. I can also rob people of their mobility. Just at their knees.
Turn some table.
And how the turns have tabled.
There, just smash the spinal problems in the kneecaps.
The turns have tabled, you say? Oh, please leave all overcoats, gains, and...
God damn it!
Yes, Lord, man.
God.
That's what her hair looks like now. I did it. I'm going to draw the mermaid lady. God fucking damn it. I'm going to draw the mermaid lady.
You can do it, Kristen. You can draw the mermaid lady.
Draw the mermaid lady. Be powerful.
Does she have
Be
boobs?
powerful.
She has boobs.
Okay.
Okay, she's got mermaidies.
I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she's one of the fish people that doesn't have boobs.
Why would I make her not have boobs?
I don't know.
Anatomy fantasy anatomy can be whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay,
Snitties just look weird.
Okay,
Snitties.
Like,
fantasy reality can be whatever I want it to be.
oh, hold on, there's a voice filter for this.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantasy reality can be whatever I desire. The mermaids have mermaidies.
Very good.
Yeah. What did it cost?
Everything.
Everything.
Did you finish DMP? Yes. What did it cost? Everyone's
spine.
hands.
Both of my arms and my back.
Spinal problems are coming to rob me.
Spinal problems are coming to rob
My
you.
spine is perfectly balanced.
Things should be.
Ah! Oh god. Oh, why did you do that to me? Fuck. Ugh.
I never know to check these things beforehand.
It was
It's
a
all the way
big
down.
startle.
alright, it's down to 12.
Alright.
I believe Juno's balls dropped again.
It's me, Thanos, again. I'm coming to take your spine. Your spine is mine.
Wait, no! My spinal problems haven't even had time to rob me!
Looks like I have gathered all 6 of the Infinity Spines. With their power, all of the backs in the universe shall be mine.
And then she died.
And then I died.
Yeah.
It's true.
Kristen died.
That's what happened.
Someone clip that, please.
Please, it's very important.
God.
How long is her hair? As long as it needs to be.
How long's her hair? Yes.
Yes. I just... So... Sorry, I'm checking her I'm like, gray cloth wraps around her upper lady bits. That was the part I was like, wait a minute. What is she's wearing? Wait a minute. Am I about to have to draw titties?
Yep. Titties.
Any other questions, chat?
Listen, as someone who has been to art school, the human body to me is just a series of shapes. I don't give a fuck anymore.
The human body is just a series of titties.
It's just a series of tubes.
The internet is a series of tubes.
The internet is a series of tubes.
Internet is a series of tubes.
But yes, are there any other questions? Because if there are not, I will just start reading a lot of stuff as drunk Orson Welles.
Chat, please ask questions.
Spare us from this terrible fate. Spare us from the fate of Orson Welles reading Cytology from Moby Dick.
Yeah. That's the new voice of Stephen Cutter, drunk Orson Welles.
Alright.
Does Gick Millicuddy have any hobbies? He has studied every single major that Discord Murder Party University had to offer, so probably a fair amount.
I like paddleball.
I like ultimate frisbee. It's like frisbee, But ultimate.
God.
Are you sleepy?
Fun fact.
I'm so sleepy.
Ultimate Frisbee was actually invented at my alma mater, Amherst College.
Ooh,
Yeah.
You know.
cool.
Team flying disc games using pie tins and cake pan lids were part of Amherst College student culture for decades before plastic discs were available.
Huh, interesting.
So yeah, I graduated from the college that invented Ultimate Frisbee.
Wow, what's it like to be a part of history?
What's it like to-
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no for all of the Cutmen and Chaos God?
No to pineapple on pizza for all of them except Millie Mcgillicuddy and Chaos God.
I appreciate these two suddenly.
I like pineapple on pizza, so
Hell yeah.
I have learned this is an argument I should never have.
I don't like pineapple, period, but I don't care if people put it on a pizza. Like they can eat whatever they want. I'm not gonna judge people for putting pineapple. I'm not gonna judge people for what they eat.
I like the meme of the fight, as long as no one actually tries to fight me for it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like human bodies, like gross. Ugh. That's cannibalism.
Are you saying you don't appreciate me putting human bodies on pizza, Juno?
No, Zephy! No, I don't, because I am a human being, and that's weird. It's called being prey. I don't think... Do you think rabbits appreciate being eaten by wolves? I don't think so.
You have not seen Beastars.
You have not seen Beastars.
You think real rabbits and not fictional anime ones?
You don't seem to have this problem when you eat a burger.
That's because cows aren't people.
Yeah, the cows probably think differently though, don't they?
We're not cows. The cows are the...
Yeah,
I
well, by that
acknowledge
definition, several things aren't cows, and yet they're still food, aren't they?
Well, yes, but obviously the one being eaten doesn't like to be eaten.
One generally doesn't consider the thing being eaten's feelings when they're eating it.
Put a very important poll in chat.
Oh, what is the what? Oh, did you put the pizza poll in there?
Yes, but I also put one fourth alternative.
Hang on.
Any other questions, chat?
Why did Chaos God stop at 4 Stevens? Why not collect more or less of them to invade the void with them? Listen. This is complex as is. This is complex as is.
Yeah.
I am one man. If we had an infinite budget and it was for, like, a couple of gags and not plot central, like Disco Janet and Bad Janet and all the other gents from The Good Place, I'd love to. I'd love to show off my acting chops, but it's not that. It's fucking Discord Murder Party.
Yep. Let me put it this way, if Alex had brought to me more than 4 Stevens, I would have been like, no, something has to be cut here, bud. No. Chaos God actually can't fight against me, the director of the show. Because he's fictional.
Alex can fight against you, the director of the show, though.
Yes, Alex can fight me, but we don't want to get into this battle.
This is not a battle that's worth my time, and not a battle I want to play, because thinking of full-ass complete personalities for characters is hard.
No. Listen, I will say yes to many things. I've said yes to some things in DMP that in retrospect I shouldn't have said yes to. I would not have said yes to that many Stevens. I think. I guess to be fair, I wouldn't know. 2018, Kristen was very unconfident about saying no to people.
Right.
But still.
Besides, I already play Merlin, and he's coming up, so that would just add more complexity.
Yeah, Merlin's actually the final boss.
Thought it was the God of Chaos. Surprise, bitches, I'm Merlin.
Wait, so should I not tell the chat that the final boss is just a herd of werecorgis?
The final boss is Merlin. We've been over this.
Yeah, the final boss is Merlin.
Yeah, but I thought he was, like, hurting them.
Definitely.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna go rewrite my dialogue.
I can't believe we're going to have to miss Percy saying, "Get along, little doggies!" in the final battle.
Sorry, guys, that's been cut.
It's just out of context now.
And now for the most important tool ever. And now I won't have to draw another 4 arms.
Excellent.
It worked for the star art, and it will work here. There we go. I might have to adjust one of those.
Alright, I'm back.
hands.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Speaking of a bunch of werecorgis, I was just reminded of, since there don't seem to be any questions and I want to talk about things on stream, there's a game called 100-Foot Robot Golf, which features narration and announcement of golf by the McElroys, and a bunch of other like robot and YouTuber pastiches. One of the playable characters in 100-Foot Robot Golf is a Voltron piloted by corgis.
Amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
This sounds delightful.
It really does. I'm going to check if 100-Foot Robot Golf has online multiplayer real quick. For no reason.
I'll take anything that features the McElroys, but also...
But also another golf with friends? Sign me up.
Oh boy, it's almost time for Till Death Do Us Blart.
Online PvP.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! We know that golf brings out the worst in all of us, and that's always funny.
Yes.
Listen, Juno, you just gotta tap it.
You just gotta tap it.
You gotta tap it.
You just gotta tap it.
Scott, I will shove this King Babam straight up your rectal cavity.
So
you can't do that. You'll get copyright struck.
Yeah.
I will shove Rosalina's crown straight up your rectal cavity.
You just gotta tap it.
Just gotta tap it.
God, I still can't. How come Sony owns Babam Battlefield? It's so stupid.
It's tragic. Huh, apparently I waggle my arms so much when I talk that my step counter has decided I hit 10,000 steps. Wow! I did
Congratulations! 10,000 steps!
God.
The mental image of you doing the wavy arms dance hit me, and it's great.
Okay. Let's go. Alright, time to make a big ol' flowy mermaid tail. Time to make fish.
Oh boy. Fish.
Question, where were McGillicuddy, Guy, and Steven chilling in between games while everyone was in the lounge? Leoman's tiny hut.
The hut, yeah. I think we talked about this earlier in the stream, but I don't know if the person who's asking was present.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to recap, tiny hut.
Tiny hut.
Yeah.
God. So I've never
in that lounge.
I've never actually seen the Vampire Diaries, but this brings to mind the description of how the bad guys in one half season of the adventure of the Vampire Diaries are apparently just a couple of vampires in a house, and they just talk about how much they want to leave the house, but they never actually leave the house. And I'm like, same energy.
That sounds about right. Like, once you get to a certain point, every TV show is 4 people in the same 4 rooms talking about how much they hate each other and then never doing anything.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
Yeah, when every, like, Netflix Marvel show turned into that, I was like, okay, time to stop watching Netflix Marvel shows.
Fair enough. Eventually, you'll get more fish detailing, lady. I probably, you know what? Doesn't look that good. I'll deal with more fish detailing later. She has some kind of angler fish detail around here.
They're like
right?
little anglerfish lights along
That's
her
what I
tail.
thought.
Okay.
I'm like, there are anglerfish lights. I remember you describing anglerfish lights, so.
To help her look prettier.
To help her look prettier.
Yes.
It's also symbolic because she's secretly luring you to your death and she's evil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No anglerfish teeth, though. That's Zeffy's job.
Yeah. She's the ultimate anglerfish.
Days since dangly reference 0.
Does it count as a dangly reference if it's just saying dangly?
I would say no. I would say no. It has to specifically reference Ding It Grandpa in order to be a dangly reference.
No, listen, I can state with utmost certainty there has not been a single dangly reference. Not a single bear.
You said ultimate anglerfish. Ultimate is the title.
Now
for
you're
Dang-
stretching.
Please, I'm begging you, no!
The word ultimate is not invented by Dang It Grandpa.
Sans Undertale is a Danganronpa reference because of the video where he and Nagito Komai.
Is this a JoJo reference?
Oh, it was a great JoJo. Everybody knows that buff men were invented by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's true.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. No one was buff until JoJo.
No one was buff until JoJo. Until the Pillar Men were invented. The gods of fitness were invented.
Okay. Cool, I did it.
You did it.
You did it.
Alright, we have 5 minutes left.
You have 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Does anybody have any more questions about anything related to the Cut Clan, the Chaos God Pantheon, or anything else that we need to unpack?
This is your chance.
Hush. And a hush fell over the crowd.
Hush.
Well, time to start reading funny things.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I just need to find an appropriate Stephen line that isn't okay.
Okay.
Read the entirety of Faustus. But super drunk.
Alright, I have opened the episode 12 script.
Excellent. Here we go.
If the Chaos God is correct, the point of diversion was where the Industrial Revolution took place, which is the route of my control. I have no frame of reference for the Doctor's life, but mine was fine. I was raised and trained by holy men. If I performed well for them, I got to help them tend and explore the vineyard by the monastery. Has the Cut Clan ever actually cut anything? Yes! Murder
Yes.
God's back.
Yes.
Also, Vivi's front.
Yes. So mostly just Steven.
Steven does a lot of the cutting.
Yes.
Wait, Simple and Clean, sung by a plastered Orson Welles. I have a better idea that's
Oh.
going to torment Kristen more.
Why?
Oh, I think I know where this is going. I know exactly where. I think I know where this is going.
How will I start tomorrow without you here? Whose heart will guide me when all the answers disappear? Is it too late? Are you too far gone to stay? Best friends forever should never have to go away. What will I do? You know I'm only half without you. How will I make it through? If only tears could bring you back to me. If only love could find a way. What would I do? What would I give if you'd return
Christian, oh my god!
someday, somehow, or some way? If my tears could bring you back to me.
I appreciate all of the angry faces and the furious scribbling that I just witnessed on stream.
Oh, for sure.
It was excellent.
Choice.
I do get an amount of joy expressing just random faces while drawing a thing.
What's it like being able to concentrate enough on your drawing so that that doesn't break your focus?
The answer is I'm never that fully concentrated on my work.
Yeah, that's my secret. I'm never concentrated.
I don't really achieve a level of flow that can't be broken with art, usually.
Understandable.
Usually for me, it's either I'm completely focused or I'm sitting there in front of a half-finished canvas paging through my Discord servers like an animal in a cage.
Same.
And I will take this final moment to say, because no one's seen Charlie's full outfit since I first made it, she's not wearing a dress. She's wearing a little skirt over some leggings. And it's a denim skirt because she's from 2008. Thank you and good night.
Take care.
This is the most important image of Murder God I've ever drawn.
And remember, if only tears could bring you back to days.
I'm ending the stream! Good.
Ah, the French and the street.
Okay, so
Certified for
tomorrow is Fallen
I love you.
Empires.
Tomorrow.
Certified for its excellence.
Is tomorrow Fallen Empires?
I hope so.
Okay, cool. Hopefully tomorrow is Fallen Empires. Tuesday would not be Scott because it's Cursed Throne. Thursday is Thanksgiving.
It's my
so,
Thursday. Thursday is Thanksgiving, so there's nothing going on.
So nothing's going on. Friday, something's planned for Friday. I think Atlas is streaming more cowboy game. Next Saturday is Black Star's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, here we go.
Here we go. And next Sunday is a Jordan problem. I'll be honest, Jordan's been cooking up a pantheon of his own, so next Sunday might just be more pantheon talk, just different pantheons.
More God.
We'll see how it goes. And we'll never finish Deltarune ever.
No,
Rip. Alright, well thank you everyone. Have a good night. We hope you enjoy your upcoming holiday. I say this as if some of you aren't. I'm so tired. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. If
We're
only
gonna eat
tears-
so much turkey.
We're gonna eat so much
gonna-
turkey as revenge for Freebirds. Good night,
Specifically,
everyone.
Spike Freebird starring Owen Wilson and Woody.
Yes.
Wow.
Good night. Love you all. Bye. 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 Bye.